Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you today. You know what it is. You know what it is. This is Black Friday. This is Black Friday. This is the day that we actually open up the phone lines, open up everything that we have for you to be a part of the conversation. Yes, we're talking everything business. We're talking everything business. So if you have a business, want to go into business, want to learn about business, this is the place that you want to be. If you want to talk about your business and advertise anything that you have going on, you can certainly do it right here today. You can do it right here today. Every Friday, we open up the lines for you to do exactly that. All you have to do is give us a call, 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Give us a call and we will talk about anything that you have going on as relate to business. We would have a conversation with you with everything that you have going on as related to business. We love to have your input. We love to honor you by giving you this opportunity to speak about anything that you have going on in regards to business. We definitely would do that for you. And you know what? You know what? Because we care so much for you, we do it for 0.5. That's how much it costs, 0.5. If you do the math, it's not going to cost you anything to call in here on this day and talk about your business. Why not take full advantage of that? It doesn't make sense to me not for you not to take full advantage of that. And all you have to do is simple thing. All you have to do is dial 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Give us a call and let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your event. Let's talk about whatever it is that you want to know about in regards to business. If we don't know, we will certainly find out for you. If we don't know, we'll find out for you. All you have to do is give us a call and ask the question. Test us. See what we know. Now, am I going to sit here and tell you that we know everything? Absolutely not. We don't know it all, but we do have research. We do have colleagues. We have people that can actually find out for you. So all you have to do is give us a call again, 678-381-1973. Give us that call. Let's talk about whatever you got going on. If you got a business going on, if you have an event that's coming up that you want to talk about, you want to promote your event, give us a call. We will give you the platform to talk about your event, let everybody know what it is that you have going on. Let everybody know what it is that you have going on. Um, Switching the subject just for a second. Not gonna stay here long, but on this subject is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna stay on this subject long, but there's so much. What do you think about the voting situation here in America right now? What is going on with the voting situation here in America right now? Is it terrible? Is it terrible? Is it something that we really need to be mindful of? We really need to be mindful, conscious. We have to be conscious during this time. It's not a time to sleep. It's not a time to sleep at all. You have to be conscious about what's going on and how you vote. Everybody, they say it pretty much every election. They say it almost and during every election. They say it during every election that this is the most important election. And like I said, this is a slight sidebar. You know, this is Black Friday. This is just a slight sidebar. But every time they always say that this is the most important election in your life. And right now, at this time, I really believe it. I really believe it is. Um, 202,000 people have lost their lives under this administration because he don't want to panic anyone. 200. Listen, let that number sink in for you. 202, 202,000 people have lost their life. Not mention all the people that has become sick and ill, but these 202,000 people have died under this administration. How many more? How many more? How many more? We have a phone call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Tawanda. Good morning.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I barely there.
And get that sleep out of your throat. That sleep is still in your throat this morning. You got to let it go. Release it.
I,
Let it go.
I
Release.
I don't think I had
Release.
sleep in maybe 48 hours. I might have limited sleep. Limited sleep.
Wow. Well, this is Black Friday, and tell everybody a brief history, if you will, Tawanda, of Black Friday and what it is.
Black
Let me
Friday
clear my throat. Dun, dun,
is
dun, 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 dun. Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to sound like I'm more woke. Okay. So Black Friday was just an idea to help Black entrepreneurs promote their business, to talk about anything about business. Um, yeah, the people can call in for free and
Mm-hmm.
promote their business on Fridays, and we've been doing it. I can't say I don't recall anymore how long
Mm-hmm.
we've been doing it. But it's a great learning experience for people that's just starting out. Um, and it's really a good way to network with other Black owned businesses. One of the reasons why I wanted to do Black Friday originally was because I was in a lot of Black groups on Facebook, and they all do what they all do everything wrong. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one of the big pushes for the groups is just to be able to get some amount of followers to be able to monetize on a social media platform, which I want to say Instagram is 10,000 followers, but
Mm-hmm.
so they want to do like if you have like 20,000 people in a group, they're like, okay, let's do a follow for follow. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
That approach doesn't work. That approach is the absolute wrong way to work because those people are just following you for a number,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes a numbers game. And those people don't is not going to buy anything from you. Those people is not going to support you because they don't support your niche, and that's what one of the things that we wanted to focus on people that's for your tribe. Like everybody is not for me. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that.
Yeah.
Everybody's not for me. I'm not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like how I deliver the message. That's fine. I won't change how I deliver the message, but you see, those people will eventually fade out. That's not for me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I want Black people to think of business instead of thinking about, okay, let me get these 10,000 um, followers before I can monetize is for you to organically get people that are going to come, that are going to support, that are going to buy and do other things. And we have some other things that we're introducing, which will be a part two to Black
Mm-hmm.
Friday, which is super dope. I'm super excited. So many people have called, like, let me help you build this thing out. Because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you take it too long now. They
Exactly.
didn't say they didn't say I was taking too long, but it's amazing. So if I had any message today, I would say just continue to think your thoughts out loud, or better yet, put them on paper. Because, like I said, Black Friday came from an idea. It came from an
Exactly.
idea. It was a show, DKM, and I said, hey, listen, this is what we need to do. It was
Mm-hmm.
actually a Black economic show, and the numbers was trash. So I don't know how soon I'm going to get this other part up, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited
Good
because
deal.
it's going to kind of force
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
us it's going to force us to network. And I don't like to use the word force, but it's going to force us. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to force us to really. I don't want anybody, and this is what Black Friday. This is what I can say. One of the negatives, maybe, to what I see. For I don't want every Black owned business. I want everybody. I just want specific people that's ready.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want everybody because, like I said, like I told people, we have a lot of people that
Mm-hmm.
just don't got it together. They don't got it together. And if you don't got it together, you can't be a reflection of me because I need to have things together. And that don't got to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It, I
Yeah.
don't know how many times we've not had a show or we've been late or we've been testing, but you got to realize that anything that I do from Black Friday to the TBT, we fully fund this stuff ourselves. So
Yeah.
so it's not like we're going to the bank or anything like that, and we're saying, "Hey, I want this business and give me $100,000." No, we fully fund everything that that we do. We have a lot of projects.
Exactly.
That's the
Good deal. Good deal. And one of the things that you touched on, one of the things that I really want to talk about today, and make sure that people are abreast on, and that is documentation. Documentation.
Mhm.
How to document your business. What documentations are important? What are some of the things that you have to do in order to run an effective business? Because a lot of time you go to somebody, you say, "Let me see your books. Let me see your books." Um, they they don't understand. They have no idea, and the books are not in order if they have any books at all. The books are not in order if they have any books at all. So to want to educate everybody on how important it is to take good notes in your business, have your books right, know your numbers, and when somebody come along somebody may have you have an idea, you're running the business. Somebody may see that, and that's a great idea. I want to go invest in it. The first thing they're gonna ask you when they come to you, let me see your books. And if you sitting there like a
Mhm.
deer in headlights, why would they put their money into something that you're not even you don't care enough about yourself to do the things that you need to do to make sure that is run properly, and that all your accounts and everything are taken care of and handled in the right way. So to want to speak to him right now, if you don't mind doing so, about documentation, keeping your books and everything, how to do that. There's a lot of layers I want to talk about today in regards to documentations. So let's start
Mhm.
where you want to, and I'm throwing you out of you. Go ahead on handle it. Slam that ball, girl.
So one of the things, and this is why we thought it was so important to ask the second part of Black Friday, was because we would be able to look to look further into helping people, whether they're whatever phase they're in, whether they're just starting up, whether they're, because it's a lot of things now. Like I said, technology, and I use them well. And like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still learning a lot of new things, like how to go about my day, how to get everything done. Um, and it's a lot of different like apps and tools and automations that I'm sure other people don't know about. So documentation. I mean, would you buy a house without
Mm-hmm.
going to look at it? Would you buy a car without test drive it? I mean, one of the things, and this is not talking about little business. We got to start thinking about big businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Big business. Uh, they want to see a portfolio. They want to see your business plan because they want to know that they're going to have a return on their investment that
Mm-hmm.
they make. Um, and that's one of the things that's really, really highly important because, like I said, Black businesses is critically low on funding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they was. They're not low. Like I said, it took some time. It took some time, but we just didn't know enough, and that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. I think that a lot of people. This is what I hate. I hate the people that don't know, but they still try to get me. If you don't know, you don't know. you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I came on here. We came on here. We had maybe like I don't know. It's been so long ago, but the lady was a little ugly, was a little rude about grants. We didn't know enough about them. We knew
Mm-hmm.
that they existed.
Yeah.
We knew that Black-owned businesses left like $27 trillion every year that was unclaimed. We
Mm-hmm.
knew that other demographic of people was being able to get these Black-owned grants, but we didn't know specifically how to get them. So when people enter from the stage 2 of Black Friday, I have one of my good partners that just happens to have the ability to not only write grants but has access to every grant there is for a minority. So that's just great. It's great to be able to have everything that's legit. Specifically because let me tell you something. If you do something that you are not supposed to do, and the government and the IRS come in, oh man, it's going to be hell to pay.
Exactly.
That's all I can say. That's the nicest way I can say it. It's just so important for so many reasons. Not only because you want to know, you want to make sure that you're not wasting money. You want to make sure, even for like if you got to get stuff like inventory, you want to make sure that you don't already have that you're not getting the same thing. Like I said, most of these Black-owned businesses is self-funded. These people are still working 9 to 5 and they're funding their business. So we want to make sure that we can cut as many corners, but do it legally. And professionally, not illegally.
Exactly. We have another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Morning Glow family. Morning Glow family. What's going on, business lady of America?
What's going on?
Down in Louisiana. This Kurt, man. Town City. What's going on?
Hey, doing good. You know, this is Black Friday, brother. And we're talking about business today, everything in business. And where we are right now is, Kurt, how important is it that a business, when you go into business, take good note, have the books in order, document the things that they need to document? How important is that, Kurt?
If you're a Black-owned business, you better. You better. Because look, I'm gonna tell an inconvenient truth, man. The microscope is heavy, and the sun is shining through the magnifying glass. You're a Black-owned business, and you're dealing with the government. But you gotta always remember, you have to consider that the community as a whole has the largest buying power of any community in the United States of America. So when you're starting your business, you got to remember that you're taking money out of the pockets, out of the mouths of other folk. And folk will put them watchdogs on you and have them come in and pull your books. Here's a prime example, Raheem. And I use them all the time, so you know who Upgrade say. What was the brother's name in South Carolina, Raheem? What was their name?
The 3 Hebrew boys.
Again,
the 3 Hebrew boys.
The 3 Hebrew boys, right? Now, how is it that the 3 Hebrew boys get jammed up the way they got jammed up, even though it was all false? It was completely false. But Bernie Madoff made off for years. 3 Hebrew boys had the same thing for years. People that rock with Madoff got paid. They did get paid. There was some hitches in their pay or whatever, but they was getting paid over the years, right? The 3 Hebrew boys, all of their investors was
Hey, Kurt,
they get shut down by
you faded out for a second. You back now. Go ahead. We can hear you again.
Yeah, they get shut down, but Madoff continues to exist and run a $1 billion business that's doing the same exact. When the 3 Hebrew boys going straight, Madoff, that thing was made up. But the 3 Hebrew boys got shut down. So that's just a prime example of how we have entities in the federal government. Look, let me just put it like this right here. Look, this is an inconvenient truth. You get the Klan out of the government, and things will be a little more even. Ain't no other way to put that, man. So they watch us with a harder eye. They watch us with a magnifying glass, a microscope, and a telescope. But they let their counterpart operate with immunity. almost.
Mm-hmm.
So the sister's like, make sure your books are straight. I told my business partners last week. They was like, Kurt, look, man, we want you to be the CEO, this, that, and the third. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the business accounts, freeze. No. What we're going to do is we're going to put this money together. We're going to get us a lawyer. We're going to get us a CPA, and we're going to let them handle that.
Mm-hmm.
They needs to handle that. We need to get somebody we can trust, the CPA you can trust. Let them handle the books, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't want none of us to be held accountable if somebody is fudging books. I want to be able to say, no, that don't look right. You're fired.
Mm-hmm.
You're stealing. You're fired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We should always have ourselves in a place to where we can leave a meeting, get on the phone, or call your secretary and say, hey, look here. I need you to call the authorities right now. I need them in my office right now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your books straight. Keep your books straight. Them back doors, little skirt around stuff. Don't listen. Keep your books straight. If you're a minority-owned business, keep your books straight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Tawanda, what do you say to that?
Oh, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I said. One of the reasons why I said I wanted to expand because you can catch people in the early phase. I don't know how many people that I've talked to that don't have anything figured out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a business plan written down, but not only that, they don't even have a plan in their mind
Come on.
of what's going to happen in their business. That's one of the things where I tell people, one of the biggest things people is like, oh, just open a business. No, don't just open a business. I don't know how people think that this is easy. This is not the life for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. And it's just coming from somebody that has done multiple businesses and partnered with multiple businesses. Most days are a nightmare.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know, in the beginning phase, most days are a nightmare. I can say, I just opened another store. It's the only fun thing that I can do to take my mind off of Black news, which is at an all-time critical devastation right now. So, and that's taken up a lot of time, but everything just makes sure that everything is legit. This is one of the things. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'll give you guys a prime example of why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because I cover missing kids. More specifically, I cover them all. I know people, depending on who you talk to, they will say I'm a little racist because I have a strong focus for Black kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. My business, I'm running how I want to run it. Now, I cover anybody. I make a flyer for anybody, but my focus is so strong because no matter what anyone tells you, and I've been covering missing kids and human trafficking since DC had 34 missing kids that didn't make breaking news. We still have a lot of things. So I want to encourage people to please share the Black missing kids.
Yes.
One of the reasons is because they do not qualify. They don't have the same luxury as a Caucasian white child that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
We have right now in Maryland, we have a missing Ayana, I want to say she's 7. We have no active Amber Alert. We have a special needs 10-year-old that's been missing since July. No active Amber Alert update. So one of the things that I've been working on is being able to address these different situations. And it depends on who you go to be the outcome. Now, we bring
Tawanda,
back our children. I own that.
Mm-hmm.
But for
Tawanda,
if I wanted,
could you please share that with me? I'm right here in Baltimore. Please share that with me. It's been a problem
absolutely.
for a long. It's been a problem for a long time. I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with the about 3 years ago they busted the big human traffic ring up here off of the girl, young lady. She's passed. The dude actually killed her. Young lady by the name of Triana Williams. They called her Tree.
Yeah.
Well, what they found out was the dude that killed her, when they caught him, he let the cat out the bag. He turned state. And they had a big operation going on up here where they had abducted almost, I think they said 23 young girls. And what they was doing was first they was doing the white vans. And then once the word got out, they switched to the U-Haul vans. But then they tried to abduct Tree, but he put his hands on the wrong one. Tree is that girl been a boxer all her life. She been a fighter all her life. So she messed him up pretty bad, and somebody in the neighborhood heard her screaming. And she lived to make it to the hospital. She actually died at the hospital. But when they locked him up, they found out that these guys had done abducted over 23 females. 23 young 15, 14, 15-year-old females. So it's been going on here in Baltimore for a while. This human trafficking thing been going on for a while. So please share whatever information you got. Please share it with me, because I share it with my hub up here in Baltimore. Because something got to give.
Exactly. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good morning,
Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
I am doing well. Good morning. I heard Kurt. I heard Miss Tawanda. Hey, Raheem, and everyone that I don't know is on the line. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Oh,
we
Lord.
shall rejoice
Preach.
and be glad in it.
Is she preaching? Listen, we're talking about Black Friday. This is Black Friday. We're talking about business today. And what we're talking about is documentation. How important is it? Christy, how important is it that business document their stuff, keep their books in order? How important is that?
Oh, that's hugely important because they can use that to say that you're doing fraud or you're stealing. It depends on if you're getting grants. And if you are writing grants and getting grants and you're not keeping a direct book on how that money is being used, somebody somewhere is going to do an audit at some point in time of your business. And then too, keeping good books help you to keep your financials together, regardless if somebody's going to check behind you or not. It's a good way to know what's coming out, what's going in, how can you do better, what areas are not doing good, especially if it's a retail store or you're selling products. You can know what products are selling, what products are not selling, what products are seasonal, or what products are not seasonal. And it'll help you to coin better what you're trying to do. And I know I came in on the last end of the trafficking, and I want to say this about that. If there wasn't a business for it, if there wasn't money being made, it would dissipate. I'm going to let that sink in for a moment. If there weren't any buyers, then I promise you trafficking would not be an issue. So the bigger issue is why do I put these people that are wanting this away and giving them consequences for it, which I know they try to do when they try to find it. But what I found is that America is sick to the point that they'll view children as sexual objects or as things, but as such, not just children, but women, that they're trying to sell their organs. They're doing all these different things and it's people in high places that know what's going on and are part of the ring. And, that in itself is a huge issue to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that tomorrow, during the hours of 3 to 5 of the 2-hour special on the middle ground, where we're giving reference to women, about men and women that's been sexually abused, molested, raped. And the topic is women. Are they disposable or are they strong? And in it, we're going to hit so many things about women in the workplace, women being abused, and also men that's been sexually abused, because I know it happens. So y'all tune into that on tomorrow. But just to answer your question, it has to be, everything has to be in order. And I promise you, the sex ring, they got their books together too, because they know how much each person's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Christy.
Sir.
See it. Try today when you get off work. Go on Google and try and look up a young lady by the name of Katie Johnson. Katie Johnson, Katie Johnson. Try and get her Facebook and send her a friend request. Tell her what you're doing tomorrow between 3 and 5. See if you can get her on the phone. See if you can get her on the show.
I definitely will.
Mind blowing. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? The
Mind
sad
blowing.
thing is, this stuff right here that I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing a 2-hour special on it, because sometimes, you see in the news every time about a child being sodomized or a woman being raped or a woman being abused, but we have become so in shock that it doesn't even, numb to the point that it doesn't even bother us to hear these things anymore. Sex trade has been going on, and we say it over and over again. Nobody really, to me, nobody has really done light to a lot of it. And some people have, I'm not saying not everybody, but it's really, all those children that were lost when there was a concentration camp. That's what I call it. All the children that were found mysterious in Georgia. Like, all this stuff is like going on, and there's, I'm just like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
To hear the stories of young men being molested as boys while they're sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
or being molested by this person. Not just women, but boys too. Young men that have been there and done that. And then to want these people to be productive people in society when they're broken. Y'all, it's a lot we gotta do to do it right, to get it right around here.
Absolutely. And I encourage everybody to definitely tune in to the show. It's going to be an outstanding broadcast, and there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be exchanged during the course of that product. But let's go back to one. I want to ask you this question. We'll talk about documenting and making sure that all your books and everything are in order. Who qualifies and who does not qualify for different grants? I mean, I know that's a wide open question. Everybody mute your line. We got some background noise going on. Mute your line for me so we don't have background noise going on. But Tawanda, what businesses can get a grant and what businesses cannot get a grant? Is it across the board? Is it pretty open?
It's not open. It's something that you almost have to be like a secret society member to know, because like I said, I've been trying to figure this out since we had that one show when the lady was very upset because we just didn't have information. Mm-hmm. She wanted us to lie to her and tell us, I don't know. I'm going to say, if I don't know, I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's a thing where you need to know someone that is a grant writer, mm-hmm. someone that knows all that technical stuff. I know that it's a grant for, I know right now Facebook is doing something for Black-owned minority women groups. It's just so mm-hmm. many different things, specifically for Black women. That's one of the things that I wanted to push all 2020. And since we had some type of delay, I think I'm going to carry it into 2021. Was the push for Black businesses. specifically women. Unfortunately, they have a lot more that's available, but it's for anybody. You could be left-handed and get a grant. I mean, it's pretty much they left enough wiggle room for anything that you are. It could be a grant if everything is set up
Mm-hmm.
correctly.
Exactly. And you said something there, and Kurt, I know you're versed on this as well. Do black women have are there more grants out there for black women because of the fact that they have two, the black and the women? Are there more grants out there for them, Kurt? Oh, we just lost Kurt. We just lost. As soon as I went to him, we just lost him. To want to speak on that, and then Christian, I'm coming to you as well. Are there more grants out there for black women?
So I can't say there's more grants for Black women per se because I don't know. I know that it's a lot more availability for minority people in general. I'm not going to say just women. My focus has been because that's been the type of people that's embraced me. When you look at everything that I do, more women support this because of the nature of what we talk about. Just because they're more sympathetic to what's going on. Not to say that men aren't, but they tend to be a little bit more like, wow, this is a tragedy, blah, 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 but women are more so on it. More so, they're more so, I have a lot more women that share the missing kids than men. And like I said, we just want to encourage everyone. So I can't say that it's more grants for women than it is for men. It's grants for everybody. Like I said, I watched this guy who not only talked about grants, he does federal contracts and stuff like that. And he was telling people, it was in a Black-owned group, that he was telling people, like, y'all leave $27 trillion per year on the floor.
Wow.
27 trillion.
Wow.
And that can go like every day. For my sister, when I see her, when she's like, "Oh, this company got $500,000," I'm excited. I'm excited because I know that Black businesses have a problem with being funded, and we've eliminated that problem. And it's a problem because, and I say this not only for grants, I say this for anything, even for the missing kids, even for the police brutality, which, I've been covering really heavy. We don't know enough. We just don't know enough. And that's one of the things that I encourage people, even trying to break down with different police brutality. Let's take the Breonna Taylor and the Botham Jean. We don't know enough about the law, and it's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to me trying to explain how we are repeating the same cycle because we don't know enough. And if I was to encourage any of my people, it was just learn the basics of everything. Right now, this whole COVID-19, you got Harvard giving out free classes. You got all these other places that's giving out free business classes or free whatever kind of class because of this whole COVID-19. And they're free. And you can't beat free. It's some things that I'm working on human trafficking now. When I get done with the class, then you have to pay for the exam and stuff like that. But I've just saved thousands of dollars by learning. It might be some of the things is just for general information. Some of the things is you get certification at the end. One of the things is I didn't know enough about affiliate marketing, and I wanted to know more about that. So it's different. It's a lot of different things but we don't know enough. So when I hear my people are saying, okay, to do this and do that, you have to understand. It's a way to beat these people, and they censor everything that I say. So they make sure to tell me to shut up every day because I go a little far sometimes. But okay, let me talk to what people for a second. You have to beat these people
Mm-hmm.
at their own game. This
Mm-hmm.
is the strategy. It's not a loophole. It's not any loopholes in law. It's not. It's not none of these things that. Well, it is. I'm not going to say that it's not. It is. But you got. This is what I want my people to understand. That if they can use those same loopholes, then we can use these same loopholes. And then to use, and that's what I'm saying. You have to beat these people logically at their own game. Otherwise, we're going to continue this pattern, and our youth deserve for us to clean this mess up and not pass this along. It's a very strategic way
Mm-hmm.
that we can start to avoid police brutality. It's a very strategic way that we can start to avoid having 600,000 missing kids every year and 60%
Yes.
of them being African American. It's a way that we can do it, but you have people that don't know enough and don't want to learn the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can go build your own table, but be with other people enough to learn how they built their table and what cracks and crevices that you need to improve in yours. That's the only thing that I've done for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when we change the system of, and which we will, if it's the last thing I do, we want to change the way that we look at Black missing children.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully all children as a whole, but like I said, my primary focus is, so we will be able to send out Amber Alerts. We'll be able to send out the same thing that they would generally get. But how did that come? By watching a system that didn't work first.
Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to Christy, and we got another caller. We're gonna go to the caller. So caller, hold on. We're coming to you next. Christy, what's on your heart right now?
It's very awesome, and I really appreciate you for all the hard work you do, Raheem, for as the topics and for as broadcasting on in the morning. That takes a lot of courage to talk about things that people don't want to talk about. And I want to say that a lot of times I don't think there's more grants out here for Black women than it is for men. I do think there's a lot of grants out there for anything. It's so many grants out there for the craziest of things. I know I was researching one time for a grant. I looked, what? That's a grant for that? So there's a lot of grants out there. We just don't use our power of knowledge to be able to tap into those resources to benefit our business, either Black man, Black woman, Black child. Once we tap into those resources, just like other people do, I can tell you right now, my employer tapped into so many grants to where that he's building a whole new clinic and he's not coming out of pocket anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, once you learn how to tap into those grant writing skills, learning how to find those grants, it was once said, if you want to keep anything from a nigga, put it in a book.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to not be a nigga and be African American Black men and women, brown and Black people who are intelligent enough to know how to do things properly. Yes, we have the best ideas because we were the people who built America as is. Every invention that you touch, everything that you use today was developed by some person of color. I don't care if you use a toilet, air conditioner, stoplight, anything that you use right now, it was done by an African American person and was stolen by a white man or a white person, even our music. So we have to know how intelligent and smart we are and continue to walk in that light. We were STEM, and I'm talking about science, technology, English, and math. We were STEM. We were that. We were pyramid builders. We were building pyramids before anybody ever thought about doing any type of construction of anything. So we have to start walking in our true light of who we are and quit living up to what I'm gonna say they say. I don't like using they say, but who society feel that we should be, or who society put us to be, because we're not these Neanderthals that kill each other, that can only sell drugs, that can only be incarcerated, that can only disrespect our women, that can only do these things. And so we have to walk into the light of knowing that we are kings, we're lion and lionesses, and we have the ability to take pride and overtake anything that we feel like is not right, or even have the knowledge of doing things to make ourselves more productive in any society. Look at how we came to America. 99.9% of us were slaves, didn't know the language, didn't know the land, didn't know anything. But look at us now. We have come so far. Although there's four that we need to travel, we just can't get complacent on where we are. And I think we became complacent on what we have and what we are. And we don't come together and join in like we should to get more change.
Good deal. 678-381-1973, 678-381-1973. This is Black Friday. We talk everything business, but with sometime every now and then we squeeze a little bit of something else in there. And I think that's what we're doing right now. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Rico calling from Anderson.
See, I said that, man. We squeeze a little something else in there.
Yeah. Hey, you read my mind. I was like, boss, this thing hit on West Side, a different direction. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So, I'm gonna tell you, Tawana, she dropped some real gems real fast, and that we need to make an emphasis on those. She made a point earlier that she hears people say all the time, go start a business, but they don't have the access to go the proper route, to cross the T's and dot the I's. You know, the question you asked earlier was, is it good to have your paperwork? Well, what was that question you asked? I'm gonna get it correct.
Do you have to have, when you start a business, how important is it that you have your documentation and your paperwork in order?
Right. And it's very important. But like she said, in our community, you know, we don't grow up with uncles and neighbors and grandfathers and this and that, or friends that have parents that started businesses or were attorneys or doctors and stuff like that, to go and chase some of these dreams and aspirations we may have when we were younger, exposed us to the proper way to open a business. I mean, imagine a young Black man wanting to start a store. What's the odds of him turning into a Walmart? What, you know, compared to him just being a single mom and pop? He probably won't get that expansion because he didn't have the preparation or the mentorship. So yeah, it's very important, and it's even more important that we reach out to people that's doing those type of things. Like I think that movie The Banker with Samuel L. Jackson. They picked up what they knew from white bankers. It just didn't pop in their head. And I mean, and even though they did learn a little bit by hands-on experience, most of it they were aware of through watching somebody else.
Yeah.
So they got familiar with it. So you really have to keep yourself familiar with what you need to do to make a successful business, and to have everything properly in place. If you don't know what to do, I had to tell my cousin this night before last. He was telling me about a business idea he had. I told him, make sure you put people in place that know about the things you don't know about. And the things that you can go research and learn, if you don't feel like you have it down pat, you know, because it is always good to get your hands dirty when you do call yourself going up and researching it. Put it on. Go out there and try it. See it. Like somebody might want to get a CNC machine, but they never operated one. Now they could get the ins and outs on how to get the business started, but they might want to know how the machine works and the timing, the time study. That way they know they're paying people the right pay. They're selling it for the right price, you know, whatever the retail is. So what they're investing. And, you know, like, be honest with you, you could probably make it with some basic high school accounting. You get your little knowledge of accounts receivable, accounts payable, debits and credit. You learn a little bit of that, and that can get you in the door, and you may be able to learn a little bit more on your own because you have some familiarity with accounting. But they have organizations in place that provide mentors all across the United States.
Exactly.
For those that want to start nonprofits. I'm a member of one now called SCORE. So I'm gonna clear something up. They said that they didn't believe that women had more grants, or they didn't think it. Now, my partner that called into my show last week, she's in South Carolina, but she's my business partner. I went to start a nonprofit first, but she's my best researcher. I research, but she dig a little deeper. And she found that there were more grants out there for Black women.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So what we decided to do was putting more effort into her nonprofit. So we're going to hit them with both ends.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if we don't have the nonprofit open up to cover more than one arena, we can still have two of them that we coexist with.
Yeah.
But she has more access to grants. So, you know, and I really would hope sometimes that our sisters will accept the fact that they might have a few more advantages out there than we have. They have more laws, more benefits. There's a few more things in place for y'all. So don't, you know, even though, you know, you it's a lot of issues that need to be addressed, you know, do know that there is a little bit more of an extended hand for our brown and black sisters than it is for the brothers. Ain't nobody saying it's a big leap and a big jump, but it's a few more things out there in place for you. If they got laws for you, they got benefits for you.
Exactly. Tawanda, what do you say to that?
Well, I agree. I agree 100%. I didn't want to say it was more grants for women because I was pretty sure that it is. So that's been a pull. And like I said, I've been able to work with a lot of amazing people. And everybody know that we started just the beginning of 2020 before we had all this extra stuff where I said, where it was we did a show on DKM and we were talking about how successful Black people work together. So that's been my mission for a year now. Team up with many Black women in business. But what started happening is the Black men have tried to steal me away. One of the things with this, since I'm talking about my two kids, I don't know why I'm supposed to talk about maybe this is what we're supposed to be talking about today. I don't know. But one of the things is it's a group of women, and they write a book. It's the Magnificent Women, and they're going to pick up the missing kids. You know, CPETV. She's gonna kill me for getting the name wrong. You know, they cover it. They've been able to move to the television side of it, so you will see their faces on TV soon. And it's just like I said, in business, people think that you're gonna start this business. I've been covering human trafficking, like I said, since 2017. 2020 is when it just started to pick up some attention. So that's why I'm iffy when you hear people just start a business. It's just not that easy. Because you're going to be preaching to no one. I don't know. The first 2 years, I would say of any business, be prepared. That's why I tell people. Make sure that it's something that you absolutely love to do.
Yes.
Because it's going to be, you're going to eat, sleep. You're going to eat and sleep this. It should be an extension of you. Now, things I would like to assume I do other fun things, but the majority of in Black news. Why? Because it's unreported in white media.
Yeah.
We have the ability to change that. We need a lot of Black leaders to stand up. I've been talking about this really heavy. I haven't named any names, but we're in a system. I mean, we're at a time right now where we need Black leaders to stand up, all the way up, not to be brought and not to be sold, but we owe it to the next generation to start fixing some of these things. One of the things that we want to focus on is law. It's a system that's not for us. It hasn't been for us as we designed when we weren't even considered citizens. So why would you expect it to work? But I would encourage people that every law that they have, from police brutality, from qualified immunity, for all this stuff, all these laws have the ability to be modified or amended. And this is the focus that we need to have. But we need to learn this stuff. Once you learn and you start getting these people out of here, of course they don't respect it. Of course no one's going to be charged. You haven't made them be accountable for anything of their actions. One of the things that people think is you have these people that the DA and the police are above the law. They are not above. None of these people are above the law. They're just choosing to not know how to approach the situation.
Hey,
legally. And that's the thing in business too. You need to be able to learn how to do things professionally and legally. It's the same way in law. It's no different. It's really no
exactly, exactly. Christy, what's on your heart?
I just want to say that, I'm like, and I'm sorry if I say your wrong name, Tyronda.
Tawanda.
Tawanda. I always want to call Tawanda.
You be killing her name. You be killing it. It's Tawanda.
But just to Miss Tawanda, I give you a hand applaud for your fight with the trafficking and the things, because it's really a horrific thing to see, or to have a knowledge of what's going on and really have a passionate about it. So I really applaud you, and you are welcome to call into the Middle Ground this weekend to really talk about it and go more in depth. I would really be excited for you too. But what Rico was saying, I never researched it to know if it was more programs for us. And I don't take it as, a weakness because we have different things laid out before us, or different things that we have. I accept it and be grateful for it. A lot of stuff that women can receive versus a man. I don't think I think that with the I think with the I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm doing about five things at one time. I apologize. But with the um grant and
Hmm.
different things, if there are more, or if they are geared toward Black women, I think we need to get that out, because I'm quite sure a lot, just like I didn't know, I'm quite sure there's a lot of African American women who didn't know. And it's not, you can't just say I'm gonna start a business and then, you have to understand what the hard work in it is.
Hmm.
Just to say I'm gonna start a business, you have to know the financial stuff that you have to pay in. You're not gonna start out, like for example, if I want to do a print company, I know I'm not gonna start up and be like Kinko's right now, like on my first day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna have 150 orders and be sending out stuff. I won't be that. I know it takes putting plow to the metal. It takes work. It takes sweat. It takes tears. It takes disappointment. It takes successes. It takes failures. It takes all of that and then some, and
Hmm.
the strength to keep on going when everyone else is telling you need to sit down. That's stupid. That's not
Hmm.
gonna work. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna be that. And you have to get those naysayers, those negative people out of your life and out of your mind, out of your sight, so you can build a business and be able to do the things that you have done. I was looking at a motivation on YouTube, and I often look at it. If I tell anyone, if you need a motivation, you need something to get you going, look at those motivations. Just type in motivation on Google and click YouTube and look at some of those videos, because I'm telling you, they'll put some fire. If they don't put no fire up under your butt, it's nothing that DKM Media Group or the Morning Glow or Rico or myself or Miss Tawanda, is nothing we can say to you that these people haven't already said in such a powerful manner. And I was looking at one yesterday, and it was like, if you have a dream, don't give up on your dream because of the way the world or the cares of the world has weighed you down. You have to fight through that. And if you have an idea, say work on it now before it gets cold, or before you get dull, or before you get so bound with the cares of life, you push it to the side, and before you realize it's a year, it's 2 years, it's 3 years, and your dream and the things that you're doing are undeveloped because you haven't put forth the energy to keep it going and to keep that momentum, because you got to have energy and momentum to keep your dream and the things that you want done. And if it dies out, it's your fault, because you allowed something or someone to get in the way of your true dream or what you're trying to build on how you're doing it. I listen to on Fridays, every Friday morning, I listen to Miss Tawanda, how she talks about she does this and then she give us these nuggets of truth. And I like, oh wow, I can do it. Oh yeah, we can do, I can do this. And any questions I have, I can bring on Friday. So it's really a community where, where you can really open your business and be successful.
Absolutely.
And with that, Raheem, I have to go. I have to finish up working this morning. I really appreciate being able to be on the call. I love all you guys.
Hey, love you as well,
continue
sis.
to pray that I go stronger. And I hope to hear and see y'all Saturday.
Good deal. Good deal. And again, tell everybody what time Saturday. Don't forget Eastern Standard Time now.
Yes. Okay. So Saturday, which is tomorrow, we'll be going on the Middle Ground for DKM Media Group, beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central Time. And again, we're going to be talking about women. Are they disposable or are they strong? But in there, we're going to talk about rape, molestation, abuse on men and women. It's going to be a powerful 2-hour show. I really want all you guys to tune in. You can tune in on the website. You can tune in on Facebook. You can just tune in. If you can't catch it live, we will be posting watch parties. We will be posting on Facebook just so you can get the message out. We're going to talk about human trafficking. Everything that's going to need to be hit in that 2 hours. So please, if you can't tune in for the 2 hours, tune in some because you're going to get some information that you can use.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good deal, sis. Definitely appreciate you and looking forward. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I love what Tawana, saying. Like I said, she's dropping a lot of gems. That to me, like I said, it goes back to mentorship. Having what I realized coming up, people just don't have the right thought process in place.
Yeah.
So now, like I think about a lot of young Black kids that have potential, talent, and skill to become their own income, but they don't have that entrepreneur spirit. They don't even have the idea that they can market that and become whoever they want to become in life.
Rico, do they believe?
They might not have the people.
Rico, do they believe in any kind of way? Do they believe that they can?
Some may believe that they can, but they just don't understand that it's profitable. They might look at it as just fun. It's something that they like to do. I mean, think about this. As many talents as I grew up having, I still didn't know what I wanted to do when I got grown. But I had this thought in my mind that I always wanted to do something that I wanted to do. But it still just didn't click to me to look and see what was out there already being done that I like to do that people made money on and do it myself.
Rico, let me ask.
I was thinking about what was already convenient and what was already paid.
This right here, this thing just came to my mind, and I want to ask you this question, and I want Tawana to back up to answer the question as well. I'm not gonna say back you up, but answer the question from where she is as well. If opportunity walked down the street of 3 different communities, a very affluent community, a middle-class community, or a community that needs a lot of help and assistance. If opportunity walked down that street, how many people would call it over and invite it into their homes?
Very minimum. Very minimum. I mean, because it depends on what the opportunity was. If it took a little bit of thought process and elbow grease, a little effort, something to think about. I mean, just think you can't get people to go take 10 minutes to vote, but they're standing in line for some Jordan for 2 hours and then risk getting shot or PS5. So if you can't get them to think about something that they have to make a little effort for to earn, then they might not. Now, if it's free, somebody just throwing it out like Santa Claus in a parade, throwing out candy, they're going to flock to it. They ain't got to put in no work. But see, if they got to put in some work, some thought process, that ain't something that they felt like doing. And it sort of goes back to same thing I was having with the conversation with my cousin the other night. I heard him say something that I hear a lot of people say. They want to reach out to people that's already connected, but they might not be connected to the type of business that they got going on. But they just want to reach out to them because they got connects. And so I told him, I said, well, look, most of these people you want to reach out to, somebody probably reached out to them because they recognized the moves they were making.
Yeah.
So now if you approach somebody that's in place, but you ain't already making moves, they might dismiss you or just give you a call and tell them to call you. But if they hear about the moves you making, they're going to reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you want to reach out to going to reach out to you.
Yeah.
But you will still want to make sure that if you do want to reach out to somebody for a helping hand or a bit, get somebody that has the same passion for what you're trying to do. Because your passion, the next person ain't going to love it, especially if they didn't start from the ground up. That is going to be very slim. So, you know, you got to have a passion for it. So if opportunity came down the street, but they didn't have a passion to want to take that opportunity and run with it, they just want to get it in the game, have an advantage, then, I mean, you know, most people might not receive it the right way. But some would.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to say all of us wouldn't take the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Some would see that opportunity as a way to build. But most of us, we aren't programmed like that. We've been programmed to just receive whatever has been handed out. That's the conscious program.
Mm-hmm.
We don't realize it. Like I said, if you got that skill and that talent, and you like to dance and sing or do whatever it is you like to do, but you're not making money off of it, you know, you don't realize your potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're waiting on somebody to give you something that's already got a pay connected to.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Tawanda, what do you say to that? If opportunity walked down those 3 streets, how many people would call it over and invite it into their homes?
Not many.
Wow.
Not many. And it depends on what neighborhood you walk down. Nobody's just walking down my,
Mm-hmm.
no predominantly Black neighborhoods. We just gonna keep it 100% real. No, it's not nobody that's going to invest. That's just going to be walking down this street. Now I've done a lot of deals with people I haven't met just because of who I know. Which is a little bit different. But you're not just gonna, a legit business is not just gonna be free floating out of air. You got to work for it. And that's what I want people to understand, that this is hard work. It's not something that's going to be easy. But I want to also encourage people, because people are so quick to just jump on the bandwagon of other people. You got to understand that those people are going to be a reflection of you and your business.
Come on.
The same way that if you go out and you hang out with somebody that's out here that's not doing things appropriate, that's your name. So you have to look at all these different aspects of things. Is this person a good fit for my business? You have some people. I had people that wanted to invest and bring back our children. But at the end of the day, you have to be careful for those type of people. Stop drinking from everybody's cup. Everybody is not for you. And I keep on telling, I have a specific tribe of people that I don't care what I do or say, they're going to support me. And those are the type of people that we need to be around. That's not out here for anything that is gain. Now, can people continue to work for free? No, you can't. But you have to be able to have your idea. You have to be able to grow your idea. One of the biggest disadvantages that I see is letting people come in and then you still have an original idea. One of the biggest things, and this is why I like having an attorney to come on here to let people know that when you do these deals, you need to make sure that your original idea is still your idea. Some people they'll come on and they'll want to change this. Oh, change this. Specifically, I go to bring back our children. They want it so that for it to be primarily everybody. I had no problem with that. For a business deal and anything like that, bring back our children.org is has to be how it has to be to be structured under business. But it doesn't mean that for different things like CTTV or DKL Media Group and Associates, anything like that, I can't be specific.
Yeah.
I'm targeted specific. I'm niched out to 120%. I'm targeted, and that's what I want to be able to teach my people. Everybody is not for you. You cannot. If you got. I'm gonna give you a good example of what I mean. And this is what I mean. I mean, if every day I'm on the corner telling y'all about bananas, and I have these bananas, 95% of my content is about bananas, and then on Friday I come on here and I'm going to try to sell y'all some oranges. It's not going to work.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's not what you focus on one thing. A lot of people, they want to have all these different ideas. Structure one thought. Because what happens is a lot of people mentally can't process a lot of things. Me, I'm a little bit special, so I can do 10, 11 things at one time. That's just how I am. But for the majority of the people, they need to have everything detailed out. I did this free class. It was a procrastination, and I didn't know how much time in 24 hours I was procrastinating, how I could have an additional 5 to 6 hours out my day if I changed some of these things. So there's a way of going back in and restructuring what you already have. Like I said, everybody thinks that just starting out, everything is going to be perfect. It's not. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to develop. It's going to take time to grow. It's going to take time to network. But keep doing it. I see a lot of people after the first year give up. Even in the missing kids. Now, like I said, Rico said something that was really, 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 really good. And I want to encourage more Black people to do this. He said, and this is what I do too. He said that before he wants to create something, he tried to see if it already exists. That's the same thing I do. Before I wanted to do this specifically Black news and missing Black kids, I've seen all these wonderful groups that's out here that's doing it. You know, my first approach was to try to team up with these people. That's always the logical first approach, because if you have a system that's working, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. We just want to fix some things.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. I'm going to tell you, without naming any names, because I don't want to take nothing away from any other business, I want to tell you not one of those organizations took up the offer. Okay?
Wow.
That was in 2017 when we was heavy. Okay. In 2020, and I'm pretty sure in 2021, now that we've made some traction, that's how many people want to help out. So those are not the people that I need. You need some people that's in your corner from when your first thought of your business, somebody that's telling you got this, because it's going to be days where, listen, it's plenty of days when I say, why? Come on, T, why are you doing this to yourself? Because you don't have to. I don't have to do that. I can go back to living my little normal, regular life, minding my business. But it's not a benefit, not only to my community, it's not a benefit to my kids. You see what I'm saying? Because we're leaving mass destruction in their path that they don't even have to deal with. So I would say I encourage like all these young entrepreneurs. I see a lot of these kids that's coming right out of school. I love it. I really encourage it. We need to really start focusing on what we have to do. Not what we don't have, but what we already have, and what we can use and we can utilize from each other. One of the things that's the problem within the Black community, and I'm going to say it, people will be mad, and it's okay. But one of the things is you get this, I can't work with you because I need my idea to be, I don't need nobody taking credit for, we're all in this together.
Exactly.
We all need to be able to grow together, but to do it the right way. That's, and that's been a push for 2020. 2021 is no different. If, you guys think that this Black Friday is good, the Mr. Brown, let me tell you about this really fast. And Mr. Brown had this idea. For the people that don't know, that I came up with Black Friday. Well, Mr. Brown, who is my business partner in Atlanta, he had this idea of this Black Business Network for 15 years. He's had this idea, okay? He gave it to certain people, and no one has used this idea. And when I'm telling you, it's brilliant for 15 years. So I'm like, oh, we gotta really make this happen. And that's a little bit more. It's a little bit more structured than what this is going to be, because we have certain time slots where we don't know if someone's going to call in. We don't know. We just don't know. We would hope that people would utilize the time, because we could be doing other things. Like I could be free right now.
Yeah.
But we just hope that we can change the way that we look at business. Starting out, I know a lot of people, they were like really discouraged about even going into business. And we're in a time in technology where you don't even have to leave your house to have a business.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage people and let them learn about the digital side versus the brick and mortar. People are making money from anything. You can be making money from sharing other people's sharing other people's products. So it's money to be made. It's not a shortage on money. So we just want to encourage people to just do something. Just do something that they never done before. Find something else.
Exactly. Enrico, how sound advice is that?
Oh, that's very sound. I mean, she, like I said, once again, she hit on a lot of things that was very valuable, like the work ethic, that passion for what you're doing. The part about covering your bases, having your contract in order, because you can take, you might mess around and reach out to somebody that's connected. A lot of people like to reach out to people that have access to another person. You got a lot of opportunities out there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And in the process of you having this great idea, this whirlwind idea, you might reach out to somebody that doesn't have integrity, and they were just as opportunistic as you, and they see you really don't know what you need to do to get this off the ground, and they can take it and run with it. You ain't got the basics covered, so, you really can't reach out to people. I think what it is, what I'm trying to say is, some people will look for successful businesses or successful people and not think about the integrity of what that person did to be successful. They just looking at the fact that they got it. They got access. They know the right people. They got access to politicians. And I need to know these people. And not only do I need to know them, but now they cool with me. But do you know these people like to put you in their pocket just to see what you got going on, because they might be able to run off with your business and leave you hanging. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to look at. I mean, she hit on the work ethic, utilizing your time. Oh man, that's big. Because I sat back and realized different times over years that I sat back and I could have put towards something that could have moved me forward, that I just wasted doing nothing. Maybe it was watching other people, watching TV, watching MTV Crib. Man, I know people right now that are very successful. They don't know what's on TV, and they haven't watched TV in years. They don't know what's going on in the news. Somebody got to tell them. Because they eat, sleep, and do the other thing, what their ambition is, their goals are.
Yeah.
But it's just so many different things she said that had to be utilized. You have to pay attention to it, because all of it is an asset. That's good. Now, Tawanda,
It's funny.
Go ahead.
That's funny that he said that, because I never ever watched TV. Like, people will think that I'm weird. They're like, how do you cover breaking news? How do you cover and you don't watch the news? If you are the news, then you don't need to watch the news. You know what I'm saying? I watch news that is pertinent to what we need. And what we need is not on the news that I want to watch. Now, I'll give you a prime example. Just that fast, between the time that we started this broadcast, they found a young 17-year-old deceased. They recovered her body. Had that been breaking news? Was that across your TV? Did we get any alerts that they just recovered a 17-year-old African-American girl deceased that's been missing? No, because she didn't even get an Amber Alert. So I don't watch regular mainstream white media. That has nothing for me besides to share the stuff with you guys. So it just depends on how you spend your time. I don't watch, I don't, I'm not watching none of this celebrity gossip. Now, I don't have no problem with people that do. And I'm gonna tell you one of the things. I actually love people that use Black TV. They watch celebrity gossip because you want to know why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how important they are and how highly critical. Because in business development, when you niche out, say for instance, I have 2 Black-owned businesses. Okay, they are perfect for my niche. You want to know why? Because I'm specifically targeting. Let's say it's a T-shirt that says something that's a little spicy. Okay. Oh, I'm LinkedIn to niche out to the people that like Ratchet TV, that like love and hip hop, that like the same way. Like if you would have a T-shirt that has something that has anything to do with being Christ-like or being a Christian, you would niche out to those specific people that are your church family and people, and that's what I need our people to start doing. You don't have the budget to be a serial network. I mean, you don't have the budget to market to everyone. I need you guys to be so specific. Right now, my targeted market, I can tell you anything that you want to know. I can tell you if they married, I can tell you if they got kids, I can tell you how much money they got in their account. You need to be able to pre-qualify these people up. Specifically, you have a business that things are a little bit of a price range, and that's a little bit more than average. I'm talking like maybe like if you have a business or service, let's say a lot of times we do marketing and stuff like that, promo and stuff like that. That's an escalated price. That's, maybe like a couple of $100. You need to be pre-qualifying these people up. Don't waste my time, because 95% of the people that you talk to, if you don't start pre-qualifying people up, is going to be wasting your time.
Yeah.
So when we say about taking these procrastinations, can you afford the product and services? Not to say that you're broke, because people choose what they want to spend their money on. People will go out to the club and drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So it's not that people are broke. People, for whatever reason, they want to invest on stuff that they can wear, and instead of investing on things that they can actually physically use. I tell people all the time, specifically in younger generation, listen, you would never, if I was ever in a place to have a lot of money, you would never know. I would not probably dress any differently. I wouldn't change anything, because most of my money and stuff that I do goes right specifically back into the business.
Exactly.
I think that that's what a lot of people need to hear, because when you're starting out a business, specifically for the first year, 95% of any profit, and let's say that you get any profit at all. Some businesses are starting out and you don't know how to find your target audience, is what I'm telling you, you might not have any customers at all.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, people think that this is it, and it's not no song and dance, because you need to be constantly reinvesting within yourself, and that's what a lot of people don't do.
Good deal. We got 2 callers. We got 2 callers just came in. I'm gonna go to the 757 area code. Then I'm gonna go to the 205 757 area code. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Charles McCutcheon, your favorite entrepreneur. How y'all doing today?
What's going on? What's going on, Captain?
What's going on?
Hey, man.
I was just about to say your name.
Look at boy, she get happy. She get high and happy, elephant elated, and porcupine proud every time you call in, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, before you let Charles, let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you get these people. You get people that have made it, like him, right? Closing $2 billion deals, you've made it, okay? And you don't really get people that would want to come back and teach us the game. Like I said, one of the reasons why I do this is because I've had millionaires who have taught me, and they specifically said, the only thing that you owe me after this is to come back for your people and to teach your people the same thing that I've taught you. So it's amazing to have someone like him that's able to walk us through. And I hope a lot of people utilize his time, He's not charging anybody to come on here. Nobody's kidnapped him to come on
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
You know, he just does it for the love of his people. And we
Absolutely.
really, really need more people like him.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Charles, what we're talking about today, first I wanted you to get us up to speed to what you got going on, but we're talking about how important is it to have the proper documentation for your business. Make sure that your books are in order. And we talked about earlier that if somebody look at your business idea or look at the business that you're running and they're interested in this, in your business, and they want to invest in your business, the first question they're going to ask you 9 times out of 10, let me see your books. So Charles, talk to them.
Believe it.
Yeah, go ahead, tackle it from where
I
we.
have a CPA.
Yeah.
Y'all better get this CPAs. Y'all better use the professionals for real, because I'm not the one to. I don't try to do people's jobs.
Mhm.
I'm not doing a lawyer's job. I'm not doing a CPA's job. And I think our issue is you still see a lot of people out there doing their own, taxes. And I used to be one of them many years ago, until I found out how much money I was leaving on the table because I was trying to be a CPA.
Yeah.
I was trying to do my taxes, thinking I'm saving a few $100s when I was really losing thousands. So that's what a lot of people do. You got to get out of your own way. So you let that go. Let somebody else handle it who is qualified to do that job. Even though you want to, I don't know if I should pay them, because you can really write that stuff off on taxes as well for them doing your taxes.
Yeah.
I just had a CPA on speaking to about 40 people, and he broke some stuff down, and I was like, ooh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that one. But I don't try to do their job. So I don't really have to worry about, a lot of things that other people worrying about. I just want that. I want help. I want expert help. So that's what I do. I pay these people what they're worth, in a sense, to help me so I can get out of my own way. So
exactly.
That's what I do.
Exactly. Now, a person want to come along and they say, Charles, I got this fantastic idea, man. I got this fantastic idea. and I need your help on it, man. I need you to come on board with it. They present it to you. They give you an idea of what it is. They are covering pretty much all the bases, so you can have a visual as to where they're trying to go, and you love it. You love it, and you say, okay, well, let's get together on Tuesday, 2:00, and let's sit down. And I want to come by and check you out. Y'all solidify the deal, and the date, and you go there, Charles. And you sit down. Y'all have small talk for a few minutes, and you say, well, let me take a look at your books, man. Let me see what you're working with. And the conversation stops right there. What is your next step, Charles?
Help them out. You can only, but this is the thing, you can't give help to everybody, because then you'll be like, truly, I wouldn't be able to do anything with as many people that come to me for help. My goal is I try to direct people. I'm a quarterback. So I would say, you need to go here, you need to go there, you need to look at this, you need to look at that. And either they will or they won't. But see, a lot of people, and I'm gonna be honest, may hurt some people. I would say out of 100 people, only 5 really want it. So a lot of people are gonna waste your time. And this is what this just happened no less than 2 weeks ago. I put out a deal that I did. It was a lease with an option to buy on a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, and I got it in the deal for $100. $100. The asset cost probably, it's sitting around $200,000. I got in for $100. I posted it. People started, man, you need to teach me that, and everybody inboxed me. So I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I show people online different things. I just show documentation and stuff. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna do a live webinar, and I'm gonna show y'all what I did. So everybody started saying, okay, I want to be a part, So I said, okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it for $97. Just because people started asking me, everybody out there, I'm gonna put it for $97. I send it out to people, chirp. Oh, no, I don't want to learn like that. It's not for everybody, It is cool. But let me tell you what just happened. I put it out for $97, And then I started looking at it. I said, man, I can't just give them this because I got to let them understand the funding part. And so those who signed up for $97, you know what? I've been training them for the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks for 97. You've got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
I let them get on the phone with one hedge fund that I have right now, a $20 billion hedge fund guy. I let them listen.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that. We don't get what I just gave them. Oh, they had to pay. Oh my goodness! But I gave it to them because I want people to win.
Yeah.
I need y'all to win. So I'm gonna put it out there. But everybody's not hungry. Everybody don't really want it. So that's what I get to.
Exactly. We have another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, young lady. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you, Clark?
Doing good. Just in case people don't recognize the voice, that's my baby girl. That's my daughter right there. My youngest daughter. She's actually in Virginia right now, and we're talking business today. Let me ask you a question, Mary. If and Charles, I want you to come behind her and answer this question as well. One that I asked earlier. If opportunity walked down 3 different streets, one of a very affluent community, one of a middle class community, and one in what people would say is a less desirable community, how many people would welcome opportunity into the house and sit down and talk to opportunity? Mary, what do you think? Who do you think would be more apt to welcome opportunity?
Well, it's an interesting question, but I can't speak on every class when I was in a part of every class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. I know because there's been opportunities I've passed up, and they've been great things that I should have been part of, but they didn't seem promising when it was first brought to my attention. So it's just about the risk you're willing to take. Some people don't have enough resources to take the risk. If you don't have the money to lose, then you can't really accept the risk unless you're just willing to risk it all and go for it. But I don't know. It depends on what the opportunity is.
Okay. That's good. Charles, what do you say to that? Who do you think will be more apt to welcome opportunity into their homes and take full advantage of it?
I know what people are thinking, but I'm going to tell you from my experience, I'm still going to go with out of 100 people, 5 was going to take it. And I don't think it's going to matter the community to a certain extent, because when you have people that's hungry, and I'll use the Black community, people that have been disadvantaged or what have you. I started from the projects, the powdered eggs and everything like that. So it's all about, how hungry are you? They can be very wealthy and they still can be hungry, or they can be very wealthy and not. They can be not have anything and they can still be hungry, or they can not have anything and be comfortable living in Section 8. You know?
Yeah.
We got up out of there. So it doesn't matter the community. I think it's more of the person and how bad they want it. Because I truly want it bad. I still want it bad, but I want it for my people. I want it for us as a people more than I want it for myself. So I'm a no excuses type person. I'm just laying down everything right now, and y'all gonna see everything that I'm doing because it's going to go viral. And I'm gonna reach out to those that want to go, and those that want to go, I'm gonna open the doors, and those that don't, they may come later, and that's it. That's it.
Exactly. But you're not going to close the door to them. If they want to come later, the opportunity is there. Okay, good. Good.
Come on through. No, keep the door, because some people need to, some people take a longer time, and that's okay. I just had a brother reach out to me from 3 years ago, and we talked about cannabis. And he said, yeah, man, what you doing now in the cannabis? And then I showed him, we got hundreds and hundreds of acres. We doing cannabis and CBD and hemp and everything and processors and everything. He said, oh my gosh, man, he said, you told me you was going to do. I said, people think I'm playing out here. That's what's going down. I don't have time for games.
Exactly. Tawanda, what's on your heart? I know you jumping up and down over there, sis. What's on your heart?
Oh, I'm excited to hear more about the class. The class, because it's things. I encourage people to learn everything that they can learn. But remember when, before he even called in, I was saying pre-qualify people up. Some people are never going to want to pay. And, you know, $97 to learn something. And I know people that taught me. I mean, if I tell you there's a fees right now, if I tell you how much it costs to work with them, but we was able to get some free game and some low cost games the same way that Charles was doing. There's some people that I've learned for, they charge $13,000 a month. Okay?
Yes.
They charge us thousands and thousands of dollars to give you what they're giving out for free. What he's giving every week for free, or what he's giving for a low cost. And like, that's not no different than anything else, because you this is what we need. We need all the information that we can get. People don't like to walk into something this. I don't know. I think it's just a scary place. My scary place is staying where I'm at now. It just can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have people that's scared of growth, but then you have people scared to be stagnant. That's me. Like, I want to know everything that I can learn to help my people, and whatever that costs. If that costs you something that's a low price, and he said that, you know, he charged $97 in our tech world, that would be his tripwire, because that would be his low cost product, which is $97. And, you know, he might have a more in-deep class that's cost thousands of dollars. Who knows? But that's how you pre-qualify people. You'll see that people will be like, oh, I want this information, or I want to get how many of people for free as I can. You need to start leaning away from those people, because they need to be able to pay for what they receive, and what they receive is far more than what they're paying for. If I can package everything that I've learned into a course, it probably should technically cost tens of thousands of dollars. You see what I'm saying? So you have somebody that's giving you thousands and thousands of dollars worth of games for a low price. You have to take advantage of that, and it's a good way. Like I said, I told you guys earlier about pre-qualifying everybody up. Everybody is not for you. Everybody is not going to want to pay, and that's the way. Are you willing to pay this little? If you're not willing to pay $97, then we didn't even know you up talking about anything, because you're not willing to invest in your own self.
Exactly. And that's the thing right there. How many people are afraid to invest in themselves? Mary, what would you say to that? Do you think a lot of time people are afraid to invest in themselves?
I would say yes, because I don't think most people have savings. So.
So they just.
You said you don't think most people have what? I didn't hear that.
She said
like a savings account.
They don't have any money in the bank.
Let me help you out.
I think most people is like. Oh.
I'm gonna help you out real quick. People have money to spend on what they want to spend on that they deem necessary, because if Beyonce and Jay-Z came to the area, everybody and their mother and brother is gonna find a way to make that $400 or $500 to $1,000 to go. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. So people have money, and we don't think that they have money, but they do. So I don't try to, I don't get into people's pockets, but people find a way for what they want.
And I say all the time.
Let me give y'all this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I say all the time. People pay for what they want and beg for what they need. I say that all the time, and that's, if you look at it, that's really true. They go out there and pay for what they want. They want the Jordans. They want the tickets to the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert. They want these things, but they need their lights to be turned on. They need gas in their car. They need where the precedence? Where are the priorities? Go ahead, Charles. You're about to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me tell you what they really got for $97. I brought them into my world for $97, and I was gonna do one doggone live webinar, and it turned into 2 weeks of, and we're still going. We're still going. But see, this is what I really gave them. I brought on all the experts that I work with, from a person that does tax liens. I brought an attorney on to do estate planning. I brought a CPA on. I brought my business credit folks. I brought somebody that helps them to write their books. I brought somebody that can show them how to set up a home health care agency. I brought one of my lenders on. I brought my mentor on. I brought some people that do insurance to show us how we can use insurance to do real estate. I brought somebody that's an expert in government contracts. I brought somebody who can do their credit. I brought somebody, we doing the single family, the multifamily. I brought into the guys who do CBD and hemp. I brought in my whole squad. And I'm still teaching on single family, multifamily, and development. This is not a game, but $97, I got robbed. I truly got robbed. But I'm exposing them to my world and everything that we already need, because we need those people anyway. Mm-hmm. So I expose them. And the CPA, the attorney, the estate planner, he said, I'm doing this for free because of Charles, but usually I charge for this. What I'm giving y'all, I charge for. And I was like, y'all better be thankful. I mean, people doing it off the strength of me, like my mentor. I mean, this guy, oh my goodness. It's just amazing. Like I said, people pay for what they want, and it's not gonna change anything. They just have to want it, and we have to want more. That's all. And then we either go get it or not. That's where we are.
And Tawana, I want you to I want to make sure that people didn't miss what a part of what Charles just said. Now we know that Charles has closed a lot of great deals. We know that, and to have him that's closed, what was that? How much was that, Charles? $2 billion? How much was that?
Well, one of them now, I got so many on the doggone plate. One of them is the latest one is 4.7 billion. Hasn't been closed yet, but I'm working on the funding for that. So I work with a lot of hedge funds and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna be done too. It's just a lot of deals. That's all it is to me. But it's more of like, how many people are we gonna help? Because I'm putting people in position that look like me. You better believe it. It's not a game. I'm putting people in position that look like me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna invite y'all too to a webinar, a live webinar, because I want to show y'all. Like they say, seeing is believing, but documentation is everything, right? I want to show y'all the documentation behind what I do, because a lot of people will maybe may turn their nose up, but when you bring out that documentation and you have that behind you, can't nobody really say too much. They can be mad all they want, but I'm showing people how to get in position. I'm gonna show y'all how to get in position for what I'm about to do. I want to show y'all, okay, this is how we gonna do it. Not just me, we as a people. Let me show y'all. Let me bring y'all in, and then you can figure out, okay, Charles, I like that right there. How do I get a part of that? And I'm gonna show you how to get a part of it.
Good deal.
And this is a no cost. This is because I love you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no, hey, come here for $2,500. No, I will show you, and I'm gonna put you on. I'm putting people on because I need you to win. That's the only reason I'm doing it. I need you to win. Exactly. So I'm gonna invite you and a few others to this, what I'm about to do, and I'm about to put my whole family on. Like from my grandfather. This is bigger than me, y'all. This is way bigger than me. Y'all saw a little piece of it that I showed you the other night, but that's not even, I'm about to open up the whole can. I want y'all to see everything that I see.
Exactly.
And, we're going to go from there.
Good deal. And my point was this right here. For a brother that's closing deals, $4 billion deals, to still say that I have a mentor, to still say that I have a mentor. See, that's the thing right there. A lot of times we don't want to turn to people. We don't want to get the help that we need in order to make it happen or to be effective. Now we just got Rico back on the phone, so I'm gonna go to Rico real quickly. Rico, Charles was just telling us that he in the process right now closing a $4 billion deal, but yet he still have a mentor that he could turn to that could help him in different things. How often is it, Rico, that we don't want to take the help that's out there that's readily available to us?
Very often. It's very often. It's like what you said earlier about the man walking down the street offering opportunity, and people not answering the door. because they don't see the end result fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know that it was big what he said. I mean, because I think all of us has hit on it. You can't make people do what they need to do. And in this world we live in, there's a lot of stuff we want.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff we want to get, a lot of stuff we want to possess, a lot of stuff we want to do. A lot of stuff. The thing is where is the thought process of what's important?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now some of these people that don't have savings accounts, they still know what's important. But guess what other disease we suffer from? Quick, fast, and in a hurry, convenience.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
So we see whatever it is that makes us feel good or feels our urges,
Mm-hmm.
and we go after whatever is the quickest and the fastest. So now, if you can invest and build and put time into a company to make you rich in 10 years, and you can buy all the Jordans you want and take all the trips you want, or you could take a trip next month. Just work a little overtime, make a little extra effort to make a little extra money to go take this trip,
Mm-hmm.
or to go ball out at the strip club on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down here to the Super Bowl and make it rain and blow 10 bands, even though I'm a regular working man.
Mm-hmm.
I worked overtime. My birthday, if I don't do nothing, I'm gonna turn up for my birthday and I'm gonna blow whatever it is I got because it means that much. But is it that important? Another day of the year?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know, we can't leave a cow to water. So to me, what I do, I mean, this is something that I did regardless of business or just of being positive, you know, having progress in the community. I always try to reach out to people that I see march to the beat of their own drum.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see them do that, now every time they march to the beat, you know, like you might see a group of people working together and they come together at break time or something like that. But then at the end of break or whenever the meeting is over with, this one person go right off and start doing his own thing. He's tending to his own business. Now that person might be, he might be sitting on a gold mine. He's different. He's, you know what I'm saying? He got his own ambition and he doesn't follow the trend. He's not a follower. He's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He got an ambition. He's trying to achieve that. And I pay attention to those type of people to keep motivating. And first, I try to see what they're doing. Now, some people go out to their own, get a little corner and start doing what Jeffrey Dahmer did.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention to them because they're different and walk to be their own drum. Don't mean that they got these different breakthrough ideas going on in their minds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we do got to acknowledge, I'm going to say, pay attention to those that have potential. Find those that have potential. I mean, some of these people in higher places, they may need to start spending time looking for talent,
Mm-hmm.
looking for potential people that could potentially be a game changer later on in the world. We got a lot of I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say unsuccessful. A lot of people that didn't achieve their goals and potentials that could have made a big difference in this world.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Tawanda, what's on your heart?
Somebody got dogs over there.
Big dogs.
Somebody, big dog. Oh, I'm scared. He's not even over there. I'm scared. But now, you said something about, I want to talk about. You said something that it is really important. Okay, so we want to spend a little bit of time. We want to spend a little bit of time, and that's what I want to talk about. As many people as I mentor, as many people as I do business promo for, as many people as I can be their life coach or whatever, guess what? At the end of the day, if your mentor don't have a mentor, then they don't need to be your mentor.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I didn't even think about, but it's something that is so super huge because I have several mentors, because it's important. It's important because you don't only have to now process your thoughts, you have to process other people's thoughts. So all the energy that you're taking on, and this is not only business, this is what I do for Black media, Black news, and missing kids, and all this other kind of stuff, is you need to be able to vent to someone. Otherwise, you will lose your mind, and that's what a lot of people are doing. They're saying, how does it look that I'm a mentor and I have a mentor. I don't care how it looks.
Mhm.
It's what is appropriate. It's what it should be. It shouldn't be what no one thinks. Your mentor should have a mentor. Your mentor better have another mentor that's
Mhm.
above all. The problem,
Yes.
this is the problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is we go into rooms where we know everything, where we're the smartest person because that's the comfortable place. We're trying to get people out of that. I won't even get up out of my sleep to be in a room with people that I know more of. Then that's not no benefit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You need people that are way smarter than you that can teach you things of areas that you don't know. Because you know you have these people that say that they're gurus and they know everything, and they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. They know textbook of what they were taught, and I tell people week after week on Black Friday, specifically if it's in relation to Black business, with the textbook and what you learned, you need to unlearn a lot of that to make it as a Black business owner. Now that doesn't apply for any other demographic of people, but our people, like I said, what we learned and how we were trained to teach you guys how to cater to your business does not work for African American businesses. It just doesn't.
Absolutely.
It doesn't work.
6, 7, 8.
So
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying, so the thing for us, the approach for us is to target market the people that we want instead of trying to mass market. And I tell you guys that every week.
Absolutely. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. Give us a call. We'd love to have your input. Again, 678-381-1973. Mary, what's on your heart?
I'm just listening along.
Okay, good deal. Rico, talk to me, brother.
Hey, I'm glad you came back because what I'm gonna say is real quick. This might be a real eye opener to somebody that's listening, because sometimes we take words and they mean different things to some people. So now we say mentor, we might assume there's somebody that's over us, guiding us, and that is true to a certain sense. But that doesn't mean they are worth more than you. Because I imagine Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos probably have mentors. Now that might sound funny, but people have to understand mentor can also be /advisor. Now that might not sound so, because somebody might sound like, man, I sound uneducated, or I sound like I don't know what I'm doing. I need a mentor. No, well, just look at it as an advisor. So, it might be more inviting, or it might be received a little differently if people understood that also meant advisor. Because even richest people have advisors that might not be worth as much as them.
What do you say, Charles? What do you say to that?
That's perfect. Even my mentor, he gives me deals to look at, and he includes me in what he's doing just as my opinion, and I'll be like, wow, I don't believe, he asked my opinion.
Yeah.
Good. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It was funny when he first started doing it, and I was like, wow, so he values my opinion on just stuff. It's from everything he does, technology, from real estate to construction to all this stuff. So I'm just happy to be. I'm gonna tell you, I'm happy to be in the room. I'm excited to be, and like you said, being an advisor. I got another mentor that's more of an advisor, and he just tell me about stuff in life. He's an older gentleman, so he's been there, done that. So I just take his information and run with it. He didn't have to. Just like, he didn't have to say nothing to me. This guy's a billionaire. He ain't had to say 2 words to me. But let me tell y'all how he got in touch with me. And y'all need to understand this. He got in touch with me off of social media, off of LinkedIn.
Wow.
And he invited me on LinkedIn. And I was just like, really? Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all better have y'all stuff together. Stop playing.
Absolutely.
People
Yeah.
watching.
Mm-hmm.
People watching. He didn't have to say a word to me. But hey, I didn't know him over 4 years now. So, but I've never asked him for one thing, even though I know he has money. I ain't asked for nothing. I'm out here scraping to get this funding for different deals. Nope, won't do it. You won't catch me doing it. You better ask me. You know,
Good.
that's the only way. You got to ask me that, hey, Charles, I want to be a part of this. And then I include him. But other than that, I'm just taking information he gives. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I take notes. I'm sitting there writing. So
Class is always open.
That's
Man.
huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge that you had enough for him to recognize you. When in other cases, most people would have been trying to reach out to him because of what he had.
Mm-hmm.
But you had something valuable that he saw worth there. You remember when I said that earlier?
Yes.
Sometimes you don't have to reach out to the people.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have a product that's very reputable and has a quality to it, a need.
Mm-hmm.
And the right people will reach out to you because they don't want a part of it.
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's good. That's real good right there, man. And I'm going back to keeping your books and everything in order, because had he come to you and everything about what you were doing was not in order, it would have made him turn away, or it would have made him very reluctant as to moving forward with you. Do you agree with that, Charles?
100%. 100%. And you don't, and the thing is, you don't know what you don't know, y'all. Let me explain, you know, just having your books in order, it's viewing people and people viewing you outside, but don't be so quick to write people off. You never know.
Yeah.
You just never. I almost wrote him off. I'm gonna be honest with you, only because he was born in Africa. You know how we get the people who hit you up, and he was telling me some stuff, and he started. I'm prior military, so he asked me some things that was right on the line, and you know, me having a top secret clearance, he asked him some things that was right on the line. So I had to call. I literally had to get in touch with the State Department, because I was like, you know, I have to divulge information when I'm asked about different things. Still to this day, even though I'm not in the military, I still, you know, have access to information, you know. So I had to get in touch with the State Department, and they said, no, he is who he says he is. And I said, and they said, no, he's that guy. I said,
wow.
Okay, then let me reach out to this brother. Hey, brother, you know. So
about that conversation we had, about that conversation, more or less about that conversation we had. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let me do this before we move on. I'm looking at the clock. It's 9:07. I got a 9:10. I can post a commercial at 9:10. I'm gonna go ahead on and play it right now. Let me play this right here, pay a couple of bills, and we're gonna come back and continue this conversation. And the phone lines are open: 678-381-1973, 678-381-1973. Give us a call. We're talking Black Friday today. We're talking everything business. So if you have a business or an event or anything that's going on, and you want to talk about it to 58 countries, this will be your place to call right now. Free and a half. It's gonna cost you $3.50. That's all it's gonna cost you. But listen at this commercial.
I'm looking to buy my first home.
Welcome to Home Solution Providers, where you can participate in our first-time home buyer program. In our first-time home buyer program, we can help you qualify for a mortgage with a preferred lender, participate in our financial education and growth program, work with a preferred realtor to help you find the house of your dreams, and assist you with closing costs, and much more. Just contact 678-489-7531. Home Solution Providers, 678-489-7531.
Thank you.
Home Solution Providers, 678-489-7531. www.homesolutionproviders.org.
Good deal. Had to pay that bill. Now, Tawanda, what's on your heart?
I want to talk a little bit about what Rico was talking about, because it bothers me a little bit, because we know that this whole it's a stigma on having a mentor. Okay, and I don't know. It's just our community that it's just like it's an ugly word, but I want to give people another aspect of it. Then maybe you'll think of it in another light, because really, and I've learned from some of the people that don't even have degrees. I've learned from street people. I've learned from people who have literally have some of the best education, to people all the way from homeless people. I'm telling you, it's a lesson in everybody that you meet, and that's what I believe, and that's what I continue to believe. But for a mentor, they're there to consult with you. They're there to counsel you, and they're really there to be your biggest cheerleader. They're there to give you information about their career path, to give you guidance. That's one of the biggest things, to motivate you and be your emotional support and be your role model, to help you with resources and stuff like that. So I want people to stop thinking of that as a negative word, and because it's very positive. Like, I would not be able to make it out here without the different mentors that I have. One specific mentor every day, which is my brother, every day he sends me some positive message. Okay. Every day is something that's on point, and I look for that every day, because it's days that I'm like, why am I still doing this? And I open that message and I see why I do it, because it needs to be done. So that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for other people that motivate you and push you along, I probably would have stopped a long time ago, because a lot of things just didn't make any sense logically to me. It just didn't make any sense. We knew that certain things could be done, but we didn't know how to get it done. So that's why I want Charles to talk about for a little bit, because you see a lot of people, even now, you see a lot of people that are saying, they're saying, oh, well, we don't need their tables, we're going to build our own table. And that's true to an extent, but I need him to talk about how important it is to sit at other people's tables first, to get whatever resources that you need before you try to then go and build your table from scratch.
Charles?
I think a lot of people have too much pride, and that's the thing. And I take it back to, I know I told y'all this a long time ago, but when I first started doing real estate, I'm sitting there, I thought I was doing real estate. I got 7 rentals, then I met these 2 young kids, 21 and 22 years old, and they kept flicking their hair back, and they looked like skateboard kids, and they had made $2.3 million. And it's that very day, back in 2011, I said to myself, as I sat at the table, I said, what am I doing? I'm in corporate. I got the corporate job. I thought I was making it. And they made $2.3 million. And I got up and I walked over to where they were sitting down at. And I said, hey, what are y'all doing? And they broke some stuff down. And that's the day I said, I'm done playing small. I'm done. I'm looking at these. This can't happen. I'm corporate. They 21 and 22. So I said, okay. I started, and another thing that I was doing, I'm sitting there I used to go to all the events to where Robert Kiyosaki, Anthony Robbins, and I would never buy nothing. I ain't buying that stuff. I just go get the content, and I could figure this out on the way home. I got it. This been be a breeze. You know how we do. I ain't buying no CD for no $60, but we miss out on the real education. Is we got to put that number behind us and say, is this going to help me get the results I need to move to the next level? Because there's levels to this, y'all. There's levels to this thing. But I bought my first one with the speaker. He hungry. What's his name? Les Brown. I bought my first one with Les Brown. I said, let me just get it. But then I applied his information, and then it started working. The information worked, and I said, okay. Well, I went to Eric Thomas. I bought into his packages. I did a one-on-one package with Eric Thomas, And then I started, shoot, this stuff costs money, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I started utilizing the information. So we can, there's only going to be 5 people that really get it out of 100. That's it.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with that. And you got to be okay with saying, well, a lot of people are not going to want this information. A lot of people just where they are because that's where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be cool. Even family. You can't pull your family along. You just got to, that's where they want to be. And you just got to be cool with it and just keep moving. And so when you meet these people, you went to another level, someone's going to look at you like you didn't, you acting funny.
Yeah.
Acting funny. It happens. That's just what's going to happen. But you got to be cool with it. I'm so cool with it. It don't matter to me. Like one bit, I can care less what people do. I don't care. I got people right now working 3 jobs I've known over 20 years, and they haven't yet to pick up the phone just to ask me, brother, what do you do, Charles? Like, can you help a brother out? Because they don't want to humble themselves. And it's okay. They're going to work another 20, 30 years for all I care. It's not about if they want it, they're going to go up and go get it. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And when I'm about to do what I'm about to do, it's about to get stupid. I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's about to get stupid, but it's going to get stupid for us as a people. I'm telling y'all, for us as a people, I'm about to move this thing forward. I'm move the needle. I'm about to move the needle for us as a people. That's all I'm
There you go.
caring about, y'all. For real.
Now, Mary, what do you say to that? If you had a friend or something like that, man, and you want the best for them, but they just stagnated in where they are and they don't want to move forward. How do you separate?
I wouldn't separate, but I can't make nobody want better for themselves.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Rico, what do you say to that? Rico, you there? Okay. Let's go back to Tawana. Tawana, what do you say to that?
What was the question? Sorry.
If a person is stagnated and a family member or friend, they're stagnated, you want the best for them and you want to, put them in the best situation, but every time you try to help them, they bite you on the hand. How do you separate? If they like Charles said, they're just happy where they are. How do you walk away?
Oh, you have to. It's not, no, let me tell you something. This is the problem that we have. This is the problem that we hold on to people longer than we supposed to. And that's the problem, because we want to see the good in people, and you gotta realize people don't see good in their own stuff. If you're not up and you're not motivated like me, if you don't have the same energy as me, I don't even want to be. I've lost so many people along the way, and they were supposed to go. We think that we're supposed to carry these people from childhood and stuff like that. No, people are supposed to get off your bus at some point. And people that are supposed to be there are the people that are business-minded and like you. And I think a lot of people fail because they look for that in family and friends. You'll see a lot of, specifically Black people, that say, well, I started this business and my family and my friends don't support it, because they're not supposed to. Those are not the people, demographic of people that you want to associate with.
And Charles, there's no easy way to feel as though you're leaving somebody behind, but sometimes you just can't carry the weight. You can't carry that extra weight. So what do?
I was always told this. It's harder to get across the finish line with 3 people on your back.
Yeah.
I tell people that I mentor as well, I will run through a brick wall with you, but when you stop, I gotta let my hand, I gotta let the hand go, because I can't stop. Because it's bigger than just me. It's bigger than me. I have my goal for me as a Black man, I need to I'm taking the reins, like, for my entire family, and I'm putting everybody in a sense on my back, but they're gonna run with me, and we gonna run to the finish line together, because I'm tired of being broke. I don't know about everybody else. I'm tired of the poverty, and I'm talking about the mindset. We got to change our mindset, and then we can get to what we need to get to. Because my mentor told me, Charles, there's no shortage of money. And because I was going for 150 million, out there crowdfunding, he said, well, Charles, 150 million is not a lot of money. And, my mindset now is like, I get it. I understand it because I had to tell myself that every day. So we got to change our mind first, and then the body will follow.
Exactly.
So that's what we are.
That's good. That's good. To want to speak on that, you got to change our minds, the way we think, and the limitations we set.
It's all about mindset. That's what it's all about. Like, you have people that they say they want it. They say they want to elevate to the next level, but you got to realize whatever you're going to sacrifice to get there, it comes at some price. I don't care if it's nights of no sleep, if it's nights of people be like, when did you sleep? When I can feel comfortable sleeping, when I know that I don't have to get up the next day to make money, when I know that my money will make money for me in my sleep, that's when I can feel comfortable. It means people don't understand that. You got to find people that have the same work ethic as you. I tell you all the time, my phone rings more at 2 a.m. than it does any other time of the day. And I'm going to get up every time that it's a business deal like that, because I know that if it rings at 2 a.m., it's got something to do with money, because otherwise people are not going to work my time at 2 a.m. It's either money or a missing child. Most of the time, it's some business deal. But you have to have people that don't sleep. Everything, it's a plan, it's a thought. I don't know how many. If we could go to a graveyard of $1 million ideals that people had, and that they just didn't have enough faith and motivation within themselves to produce it, you'll be surprised. This is why I can't understand why we don't have many more Black millionaires. It's because of our own mindset. That's the only thing, because you got to realize we don't want to have all the information to build things technically. We're just not using it logically. So you have to find people that just have the same mindset and the same drive. And the people that don't, listen, I can want you to do good. I can't make you do anything. So you will have some people that sometimes they may fall off, and that's okay, because everything that we do is frustrating. But if you have people that's consistently not pulling their weight, or if you have people that's consistently just a bad energy or speaking negatively about their business, I don't care if you're doing anything. You could you could not make one sale, but you need to have a positive mindset that you know that, man, listen, next year I know I'm going to be where I need to be.
Yeah.
And just adjust. It doesn't have to be perfect. People think that going in, everything has to be perfect. No, it gets better over time. You tweak some stuff and you adjust some stuff as needed.
That's good. That's good. Rico, free our minds. A lot of times we're where we are because our minds are so trapped in thinking that we have to stay there. What do we need to do, Rico?
It sort of goes back to what Charles said earlier. We need to quit judging books by its cover so quick. And at the same time, we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard, but at the same time, be willing to understand where we came from, because we might find a diamond in the rough. You really can't judge a book by its cover sometimes. So it comes back to what you were saying, being open-minded. Just because you might hang in a circle or do business in a circle of people, what you call upper echelon, you might still have a vision for something that could change the world out there in the head of somebody that's sleeping on the floor with rats and roaches.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to be willing to open our minds and forgive the fact that sometimes if we see somebody with some ambition, but they're a little rough with it, maybe they're not using the correct language all the time. Maybe they're not talking proper enough around the right people, but you still see the vision. Sometimes you might be able to work with them, become their spokesperson. Maybe you understand the words they are trying to use. Maybe you understand the process, but they just can't express it the right way, but you can. So, we are quick to judge and hold our people to a standard, but the standards that we use to dismiss those with potential are what's keeping us from having more millionaires and billionaires. You know, and then we reach out to those that's already established to do business with, because they already established, you know. So it's like we limit ourselves, but then we say, well, we need more of us. We need more of us. Well, just like the guy that reached out to Charles, reach out to those that have potential. Look outside of your circle, within your people that you claim you want to help, and see which one of those got the potential to be that person that can help. You might run across somebody that dropped out of college, but with a finished top 10 in every test they took throughout their lifetime.
Diamond in the rough. Diamond. Now, Mary, what do you say to the people that says potential? You know, this person has all the potential in the world, but for whatever reason, they're not maximizing on their full potential. How can a person get to the point where they can maximize on their potential, Mary? Mary?
I think, I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like if they have potential to go on for them, but until they want it, it doesn't really matter how much potential they have. They don't want to start their own business. But I think at the same time, like, as much as we want to say everybody can start their own business, everybody can be the boss of nobody. So it's like, everybody can't have their own businesses. Because then who's gonna do the thing that we need to be done? Like, I'm not saying just settle for looking at, like, I'm at Target right now. Who's gonna help me if I need help if everybody owns Target? Who's gonna do the little things? We still need people to do the little things. So I feel like, yes, you could want somebody to start their own business, but sometimes people just don't want to. They want to be the ones to help, and that's okay.
Yeah, if they're comfortable in that role, you're absolutely right. That's okay. But Charles, potential, how does that turn to results?
I don't know if I think I'll give y'all this quick analogy. You have this plant over in China. I think it's in China. It doesn't matter where it is. But you water it and you water it and you water it for 5 years and nothing happens. That's the same with us. We start doing something, we stop because we don't see no results. But then after the 5th year, that plant sprouts up 75 feet in the air. But it will continue to be watered. And when you stop watering it, it dies. And we do the same thing. The potential could be there, but if you don't put the time and the work in, it doesn't matter. And everybody wanted yesterday. I get it. People's ribs are touching. People hungry. Like, I need to eat now. That's why people don't want to do mindset. Because I was the same way. I don't know. I hear your mindset, but you know, I need to get this money like right now, because bills due right now, light bills right now. You know, so I don't care about no mindset. So I learned the hard way that either you gonna get it now or you gonna get it later, but you gonna get that mindset.
Exactly.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it one way or the other if you want to succeed and move forward and go to the next level. So that's what I feel.
Now, Rico, did you realize that Charles was a comedian? Did you hear that brother say your ribs are touching?
Yeah, I heard. I heard.
Now you hungry? Your ribs are touching. Oh, you hungry? Go ahead, Rico.
When they say you stop, when they say your stomach, when your stomach touching your back,
playing chess with your back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I like what he said. You know, and especially what Miriam said. You know, she hit it on the head. We have to have people that can really, you know, we hear terms all the time, but we don't really see the results of it. Hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Now we can hear that term all the time and we can tell our youth that, but you know what really pays off is when they see an example of how that hard work pays off. And they also can see an example of how being foolish and not using the correct mind can contribute to you losing or wasting your time at the work that you're doing. So it's like those examples, mentors, people that reach back out and give you examples of what it takes. You know, what he said about watering the plant. Jeff Bezos took loss after loss after loss after loss. He stayed on it. He stayed on it. I mean, if he was making a profit, it wasn't that much of a profit, but it took one year after I think 4 or 5 years of Amazon losing, It took 1 year for him to just shoot to the top and surpass everybody. Now you
Yep.
can't stop him. He didn't give up. That was faith. He had belief in what he was doing, and he had a passion to believe what he was doing was the right thing, and then it was valuable. He knew, you know what? I live in a world of people that have bought into a system, and you have to prove to them. You have to show them and let them jump on the bandwagon before they realize that this is a viable product that I have. And that's what happened with Jeff. Jeff proved over time that his vision that he saw, you might not believe it now, but I'm going to keep working with Amazon, because whether y'all know it or not, this thing right here is more important and got the potential to be bigger than anything you ever seen. You think you've been talking about Bill Gates? I'm going to triple him. And he didn't, y'all take that back. He probably didn't even know he was going to triple Bill Gates. He just knew that he had a service and a product that he felt like was of value to the public.
Exactly. And Tawanda, what lesson is in that, man? Not giving up. You know, even though people around you, the naysayers, are telling you that it's not going to work. You've been doing this thing for blank amount of years. It hadn't measured up to anything yet. Give up. Do something different. Don't keep doing that, man. You're wasting your time. Or young lady, you're wasting your time. What? Not giving up, not giving in, not throwing in the towel. Tawanda, how important is that?
It's highly critical. Highly critical. Because I say that to say that most people give up right at the breaking point. It's a window. It's a window of time. Like I said, one of the reasons why Black businesses don't have a great start up is because no one knows that you exist. So if you guys learn nothing else, then you have to be up to date with this time and technology and e-commerce and learning the demographics, social graphics, and all this stuff, because you need to. Do you know how much money Facebook and them make off of us per day for just us being on their platform? Facebook makes, I think someone told me the other day that Facebook makes $6 a minute per account for people that stay on their social media accounts for, like, let's say like over 30 minutes of the day. They make $6 a minute. Okay, so imagine how many people is on social media right now. So this is why the Black Friday is so important, because we want to allow people to know that you exist. That's why I can't wait till we get done to the second phase of Black Friday. And I don't know why I said that. It's not called Black Friday, because I'm pretty sure that we can't use that just because of the technical Black Friday. It'll be something else, but you'll know that it's from me. You'll know because it'll have some correlation. But I can't wait, because we want people that, like Charles, to come in there that's going to teach. We want to have attorneys like Sheila that has ridiculously low. I've never seen anybody that has a consult fee that's low, and that's just because she wants to help as many of our people as she can, and have different people to come in. Because we need to motivate each other. We need to motivate each other. As a matter of fact, I want to read this. I'm in this Black female coaching group, and they just posted this, and it's so relevant to what we talk about. It says, until you change your thinking, you will always recycle your experiences, which is so true. Yeah. Exactly. Because it's always going to be people that doubt you. What happens when let's think about this for a second. What happens when you first start a business? You're all excited about you starting this business, and you go post it to all your friends and family, and you think that you're going to get all these sales. And then you might get a few likes and a few shares, and then nothing. Over time.
Exactly.
You know, so it's good you have to believe in yourself. It's not enough. That's why I say that we need to make sure that we're within our niche, something that you love to do. If it's something that you love to do, then you don't, it's not a job anymore.
Exactly.
It's not something that you get up and you're uncomfortable with going, because it's something that's your passion, something that you don't mind getting up doing every day.
And Charles,
and that's what we want to create. We want to create more of that.
Absolutely. And Charles, just to throw something out there, man, Thomas Edison, they say, quote unquote, they say he invented the light bulb. But I just did some things here, and they say that he had 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at creating the light bulb. He had 1,000 unsuccessful attempts toward creating the light bulb. So 1,000 times he failed, but he didn't give up. Little side note, I wonder at what point did he meet Latimer and stole the idea, but that's a whole different story. That's a whole. But Charles, he attempted 1,000 times to invent the light bulb, and 1,000 times he failed. He didn't give up. What does that say? But perseverance.
I say this: when people come to me with their sob stories, I tell them they got about, give you about 40 seconds to get it out. Then after that, the only thing I say to you is you have two choices. You can either keep going or you can quit. And if you want to quit, you have a good one. I'm not mad at you. If you want to keep going, let's move. Let's go. That's it. You get the little 40 seconds out and then we got to keep going. But I don't look at it as failing personally. I just look at, in my life, I look at it as that's just another way that didn't work. So now I'm gonna learn from that and change up and do it a different way. So I tell people, all I do is win, because either I learn or I win. That's it.
Exactly. And
that works for me. So
absolutely.
I don't know if it works for everybody else.
Absolutely. And I tell people all the time, man, you have two different things in your life, man. You have victories and you have learning experiences. And sometimes your best teachers are the learning experience. What some people will call failures. I call them learning experience. If we go speak on that.
Well, you know what they say. If you don't succeed, keyword succeed. Try again. But you have to have a lot of resilience to get up and dust yourself off and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it again. I might have failed and scratched myself, but I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna try it again, because I think I can still climb that tree. So that's real big. But I mean, resilience really has to be taught. So some things that we feel like should be automatically instinctual, it isn't, because our past has left us to be programmed to accept that we might not be able to achieve certain goals. And I hate to say that, but then I thought about something while y'all was talking. It seems like when we do get black billionaires, they have to stay in the background still, because if they get a little bit vocal and start reaching out, and they got they really have appeal, like Robert Smith, they might start coming for you. And I thought about that because I noticed that they came for Robert Smith about a month ago. They came for him, they investigating him, the FBI, and I'm like, okay, all of a sudden this black man paying for people's student loans and stuff like that, they want to investigate him to find some kind of wrongdoing when they got all these white people in SEC investigations and stuff that they look over. So they after this man. You get what I'm saying? Is it because he let it be known that not only can you be like me, but I'm gonna reach out to y'all so y'all can be like me? Because we have more black billionaires, but they stay in the background. They really can't be as vocal or do something as big as what Robert Smith did. And some people might look at that and be like, well, that might not be exactly true that they're doing that. But then see, we have a history of our successful black people being killed, or them coming after them for not spending money. In Wilmington, North Carolina, when they did the pretty much a Black Wall Street in Wilmington, North Carolina, that was a situation where there was a black successful businessman that was saving his money and wasn't spending with the rest of the white merchants,
and they knew that he wasn't spending money and he was saving too much, along with making money from his business, that they just went and took it from him. Because they didn't want him to succeed, and then they didn't want him to be an example to the rest of the black people that they could make it without them. So they took it, they sabotaged it and killed. So is it a possibility that some black people are afraid to reach back out and mentor because they think the white establishment that allowed them into the Billionaire Boys Club is going to cut their throat?
Wanda, what do you say to that?
I think sometimes it just depends. I think a lot of times we have to get our own way. That's one of the things, we got to get out of our own way in our own space. Because we should be able to come, and I should be able to, if someone to ask me, hey, how did you do this? And you see, I work with some of the same people that do the same thing as me. It's not a competition out here for me. You know what I'm saying? I work with some of the people that do the same thing. I even recommend some of the same people that I could possibly get money from doing it if I don't have time. And that's what we need to do and how we need to look out. And specifically our people, let me tell you something. Some of the best things that I've learned was from our people. But let me say something about other demographic of people. They will tell you everything that you need to know. They have no problem. And this is my experience, because I don't want somebody coming on here, and because I don't care about nobody feeling. I'm bothered all 2020. I don't care about, but it's the truth, in my opinion, and in my experience, that when I went to other demographic of people, they're like, listen, this is how it needs to be done. This is the steps on how it needs to be done. A, B, and C. And then if that don't work and you need someone else, then come back and let me know, and I can give you this, and that. And that's how they do it. And that's what we need to really start focusing on. What information do you have that I need that's going to make me better? And what information do I have that you will need that's going to make you better?
Yes. Good deal. Good deal. Charles, what do you say to that, brother?
I'm going to tell y'all, when you're on this journey, because we're all on the journey, I don't think you ever get off. But I say the only thing that I think we have in life is time and memories left. That's it. So guard your time. For me, my mentor told me you got to guard your time, because a lot of people want to waste it, but you have to still, in a sense, give your time to help others. And then when you do that, some people they're gonna show you who they are, and then you have to believe them and move accordingly. So that's what I do. People show me who they are, and I see it. And you can bend over backwards for people, and next thing you know, they turn it on you. And then I'm going through that right now. I'm struggling with somebody that I know I'm about to bring them business, like something that can change their life. But some things don't sit well with me. And I heard Les Brown, he said, don't put somebody on payroll who don't believe in you. And that's what I'm struggling with right now. I'm like, dang, dang. So should I put them on or believe them because of what they have tried to do, but it didn't work. But they tried it, but I'm still a good person. But now I'm just like, man, I don't know what to do now. So I'm struggling with that right now. Should I put them on? I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let them eat a slice of the cake, but I'm not gonna give them the whole cake. But at least I gave them a slice, and I feel good about me, and I'm gonna give the rest of the cake to somebody else so they can eat, because they tried to, it is what it is. But I'm still, I don't hold them things to, that messes up people, just holding on to grudges and stuff. So I'm gonna give them a slice of cake, and then I'm gonna just sever that. I'm done with it after I give them a slice, and that'll be the extent. So there you go.
Yes, good. That's good. Mary, what's on your heart right now? You have a question? Mary, are you there?
Not at the moment.
Not at the
Yes.
moment. Okay, good, good, good. Well, I just want to make sure I called you in on it. Want to make sure I called you in on it. Rico, what's on your heart, brother? I know you got a question over there.
Yeah, like I said, I was really wondering if because I don't think the question got asked. Is it a possibility that some of our black upper echelon doesn't reach back because they feel like they may get penalized from the fraternity of the Billionaire Boys Club that really didn't want them in there? Like, say for instance, with Oprah, you know what I'm saying? Is she limited to what she can do and say before the media or the system comes for her?
Yeah, she is. She is. And I was gonna ask you the question. Why do you think Oprah selected to start her school in Africa instead of here in America? There's a need.
Exactly.
There's a need for that same, and nothing against her starting in Africa. That's beautiful. But why did she start one here in America?
Right. Because it would to me it would go against what they had in plan for us over here, but at the same time it looks benevolent. But who can really tell what's going on way in Africa with her American dollars? So it's almost like doing an offshore account, all this other bit. I mean, so she's playing their ball, so is it a possibility that around the world or just in the United States that some of these successful black people they know better? Even though they know deep down inside, this is where I came from. I want to reach back and help those that came from a situation I came from. But we criticize those that don't reach back, but some of them may not be able to reach back because they're not allowed to. They're afraid that they might get kicked out the club. I mean, is that possible?
Charles, what do you say to that?
Oh, that's like the Michael Jordan thing. I think he could have helped more people. Some of us are just built differently. I just believe that some of us built differently. We have that more of a helping spirit no matter what. And some of us, they have more of the, well, I'm only going to do a little bit because I don't want nobody taking what I have. So, you got different people out there, and I think for me, if you get in a position like an Oprah, I mean, to me, I look at it, I think you got to be willing to die for your people in a sense to where I'm going to give y'all what y'all need. I don't care who coming at me. I think personally, she made enough money. What can they do? They start bringing out the stuff like they're doing with Bob Johnson and stuff like that. I think that's always going to be out there. You just got to clean your house up and make sure they can't get you. But the laws are not set up for us to win no matter what. So they're going to try to get him on some nonsense, and they're going to make one or two things stick. And we're not in a legal position to make that to win. So, for us, I think we got to get these kids.
Charles, do you think, Charles, do you think once we as a people reach a certain economic plateau that we should start considering leaving America?
I mean, that's always going to be brought up. I think I personally feel we built this. So I think other people should leave. We built this. I do love me some Africa. I'm telling you straight up, if y'all have not been, please put it on your list to go, because they don't give us the real picture of home. I'm telling you, it felt like home. The food was good. The people was good. And it's not no huts and stuff like that. They show on TV. I could take y'all to Africa. Next thing you know, you would think we was in your backyard. It'd be like that'd be Africa. Imagine walking around your city or in your backyard at a barbecue, and that's Africa.
Wow.
But we get the wrong picture. So that's just what it is. I mean, I think everybody else should leave. They need to leave. Why can't we just take over this whole spot? But I mean, I love me some Africa. I'm going back, as much as I can.
Good deal.
That's what I'm doing. I don't know about everybody else.
Tawanda, what do you say to that? Do you think we should possibly even consider leaving America once we get to a certain economic plateau?
Who leave? Me leave? Listen, I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not leaving anywhere. They are confused. They are outnumbered. And that's what I need our people to think. Like, we're not outnumbered. We're unorganized. That's the only disadvantage that we have right now. We need to get organized. I'm not leaving anything. Unless, we're going to burn it all down first before we leave. Because, listen, they going to have to build this thing their own selves back before I would leave something that we've created for them. No, that makes no sense. We're already at a disadvantage. Well, we leave something that we built, that they stole for them to keep profiting from. Makes no sense. I'm not leaving.
Exactly.
You know about y'all.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but my thing was, sometimes, and I know a lot of celebrities that they have reached a certain economic plateau and they move to another country, and they're doing very well and telling how much. One for example that come to mind just off the top. Y'all remember Terrence Trent D'Arby? Yeah, he actually moved over to, I think he moved to Great Britain. I think that's where he's at now. But he changed his name and everything. Still doing music, making music up under his new name. But he said he had to. I watched the interview. He said he had to leave America. America was weighing too much on him, and so he.
But you need to be careful now. I'm trying to tell you, people is like, let's leave, and you gotta realize that some of these countries is way more racist than where we live at now. They just do not like Black people, and so be careful.
Yeah.
of where you're going.
Mary, would you ever leave America?
100%.
Wow. She said 100%. Okay. Now, why would you leave America?
America is greedy and hypocritical, so I'd rather go to it. Then countries improve what they say there, but America is, can't say how I feel because my job won't permit.
Exactly. I understand. Charles, drop some nuggets on it. We got about 9 more minutes before we get out of here, brother. Drop something on us. What we got going on? What you got going on?
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all. I'm waiting. One of my boys, he been with this company for probably 17 years, and it's an insurance company, big name company, and it's about 3 different other insurance companies, and they're letting people go across America right now. He's waiting on a phone call today at like 1 p.m. to figure out if he gets to stay or leave. So he's in a decent position. He got money set aside. He's not going to be hit upside the head, but you know how a lot of people are going to be hit upside the head. You know, some people can't take being let go, and they jumping off the bridges and all that kind of stuff. But that's not some of us, though.
No.
So we get, hey, okay, well, this one didn't work out. Let me go over here.
Exactly.
So we don't find a way out of no way.
Hey, Johnny. Y'all heard? Y'all heard, Johnny? Man, y'all heard? You know, that's how we do.
Hey,
go ahead, bro.
That's what Will does. So this is what I just did. He was telling me about it 2 weeks ago, but they knew about it a year ago. So if somebody didn't make any preparations a year ago, I don't even know what to say about that. But so 2 weeks ago, I put together a program and I did a test, and I wanted to see how it would work. I sat right at my kitchen table, and within 19 days, I made $127,000 from the kitchen table. So I'm gonna show him what I did from the kitchen table, but I'm gonna show other people. I gotta package it up first to let people know. But see, this is what I'm gonna do, because we seeing as believing type people, right? So I'm gonna open up the PayPal and the Cash App or what have you, and I'm gonna let people see me go to it and then see the money as it rolls down. I don't have time for games. I'm not that dude. I'm gonna show, because documentation beats conversation all day long. So people gonna be like, man, what do you do? You ain't. And I know some people in America, we don't make, a lot of people don't make 6 figures. I just did it just because I wanted to show him that, it's not just because you don't have a job, you still can make money. If you got a cell phone, you can make money.
Yeah.
Money is out here, y'all. There's no shortage of money. We just got to find different ways to create it. I show this to my nieces and my nephews, like, hang on with y'all, but like, if you want to learn, come on. I'm not going to make you learn this. I'm not going to do that. But information is out there. I have it. Come get it. But, some my nephews be looking at me like, I'm going to get there. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm cool. I'm good. Okay. I know you work at a job making, $8, $9, $10 an hour. I said, I can show you something, but you got to want to get it though. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
The information is out there, y'all. We don't want to study enough to get the right information. I'm about to be in class from 2 to 8 p.m. today in class. I go to class still. I still educate myself. It's not going to never stop. Until we 6 feet under, I'm still educating myself. I take all these courses. I be finding people online that say, hey, I got this course doing this, and I just take it. Just see if I can learn something. I mean, sometimes it's, I just paid for one. That was $2,000. Hey, I got to do what I got to do. They teaching some marketing stuff. I'm going to take it $2,000. I'm taking another one this weekend. This lady doing one for probably $100-something. She's showing people how to get on Walmart and how to get your products done. So I'm paying for my family to take that course who got products, because I want them to put their products in Walmart, on Amazon. I say, hey, do you want to take this class? Let me know, because I'll pay for your ticket. It's $150 or something, $300. I don't know. But I'm going to pay for people because I want them to get it. But, that's just what it is. It's just, there's information out there, y'all. We can go get it.
Exactly.
No excuses. We haven't.
Now, how much, Charles, and I'm going to ask you this question as well. We're going to get out of here in a minute. How much can you give someone tax-free?
How much can I give somebody tax-free? What do you say?
A gift. Because a lot of people talk about the gifting programs and things like that is popping up all over the place. But how much can you legally give somebody without having to pay taxes on it?
You remember what I told you before? I have people that are experts in the field, and I don't try to do their job.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I don't try to do legal jobs. And that's my disclaimer. Anytime I talk to people, no, I don't do legal. No, I have a legal team.
Yeah.
Okay. For a reason. I'm not going down that road. No. But Charles said no, Charles didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No. That's a great question. You let me know.
Okay.
I can ask my legal folks though.
Yeah.
They can tell me, but I don't try to even play on that deal.
Tawanda, what do you know about that? Do you know anything about that, Tawanda?
I don't know a dollar amount.
Okay.
I don't know a dollar amount. I'm considerate. I mean, I could assume, but then what they say.
Yeah.
When you assume, I'm pretty sure it's a couple $1,000.
Okay.
Like, if I had to throw a number, I would probably. It depends. If you're moving it in the bank, I'd probably say maybe 10,000. I don't know.
Okay. I was thinking around that too. They want to know where you get. I was thinking around that.
I don't know. Can you account? Can your business account for that money? So it's one thing if you get someone that gives you $100,000 and you want to put it in a bank account, but you have a business that's not even bringing in $10,000. That's not red flag. But if your business is thriving and you get someone that sends you $10,000 or $100,000, and it can be accounted for, then.
Okay, that's good. Well, listen, we're going to get out of here for today, man. It's been a good broadcast. Mary, you have anything on your heart before we go?
I do not.
Okay. Tawanda, anything on your heart?
Let me see. Now, did y'all continue to keep reaching for you people?
Yeah.
I know right now we are going through. I mean, we're going through some of the most difficult times. So, people we don't understand. Nobody can understand us, and I tell people that all the time. No one can understand us but us. So be patient with your people. You don't know what the next person is going through. Our mental health is critical right now because we're living a nightmare of a repeated cycle that we don't know. So we want to be able to reach as many people as we can, specifically the youth. That's going to be my focus, females and the youth for all of the next year, because we want to prepare them. We want to make sure that we prepare the next generation of people. And anything, Charles, I'm gonna be in your class. I'm gonna be in the seat and try to tell you. But anyway, I can help promote it. Just send me the information and make sure that people need.
Exactly.
People need the information.
Absolutely. And Charles, we're here, brother. All you have to do is reach out, man. We're right here. But look, it is now 9:59. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. Want to let you know that if you get an opportunity, I want you all to check us out at 3:00 today. There'll be a rebroadcast today at 3:00 on www.dkmmediagroup.com. www.dkmmediagroup.com. And if you miss any piece or part of this, or you want somebody else to be able to check it out, have them to go there. www.dkmmediagroup.com. Yes.
Well, I gotta ask Charles something real fast because he said a quote. I wanted to make a quote. He said documentation without something. I want to see if you can see conversation. No, listen. I'm gonna go listen to the broadcast again, and I'm gonna quote it. It was something you said.
Okay, good deal.
Go re-listen. All right.
Hey, Charles, brother, pray us out, brother.
Let me get hold on. I got my CPA about to tell me what you asked, but I will do that.
Okay.
We'll see if he's gonna give it to me before. I just asked him as he was on the phone. Okay. But I'm gonna pray us out, and if you say it, I'm gonna let you know.
Good deal. Appreciate it.
So, dear Father, you say when two or more are gathered, you'll be in the midst. Enter your presence, and we ask that you touch us, dear Lord. Please give us the love and the confidence that only you can give. Help us to be the best versions of ourselves, and I ask that you continue to move us along this journey. I pray for everybody's strength. I pray for everybody's unity, and I pray for empowerment. Dear Father, we know that everything happens in your time, and we know that you're all-knowing, and we must believe in and trust in you. Please ensure that we manifest the destiny and the glory that you set forth in our lives, Father God. Ensure that we use up the territory you've already given us. I pray for everybody to get more wisdom so that we'll know without a doubt that joy comes in the morning. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen, amen. You got that information?
He's typing it right now. You see, you know how you get some little bitty things that start going.
Yes, sir. We go.
Almost.
Okay.
You coming in a second.
While we wait, I'm gonna go to my baby girl, Mary. Mary.
Yes.
The floor is yours. Anything you want to say in the next 2 minutes? The floor is yours. What you want to say?
That is 2 minutes. Have a great day.
Have a great day. That is the.
I got the answer.
Okay, what is it?
That sounds like you right here in a better tomorrow.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That is
10,000.
He said he's pressing something else, but he said you can gift up to $15,000 per year and per person without worrying about taxes.
I was close. I said 10.
Yeah, I was thinking 10 too. That's good.
He's writing something else.
Okay.
He's talking about. He said they're talking about cash, right? And I said yes. Because that's the only that's my way.
Okay.
Right.
15,000. There you go. See, y'all heard that first right here. Just in case y'all didn't know, y'all were not sure, you can give somebody $15,000 per year without having to worry about taxes. So I'm gonna tell you something. My Cash App, just so y'all know, my Cash App is $DKM Radio. $DKM Radio. Now you can Cash App somebody up to $15,000. Now I'm not gonna ask you for $15,000, but I'm not gonna turn it away either. Cash App is $DKM Radio. That's my Cash App. $. And now if you don't want to do all that's fine. You could go to PayPal. We got a PayPal as well. So it's what is the PayPal? It's all anyway. Just Cash App. We ain't worried about that. Just Cash App that thing. $.
Hey, let me ask you about this.
Yes, sir.
Your Cash App is what? $DKM Radio.
Yes.
Okay, let's make this exciting. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
I'm gonna Cash App some money, and this is what I want you to do.
Okay.
Anybody that Cash App, I'm gonna actually give them some money as well, but I'm gonna do a one-on-one with them on any topic that I already do, and I'll run the list of topics of what I have from education to whatever. We can do a 30-minute call, and we just go through and get some information out there.
Wow.
So you got to give me the information whenever you. I don't know how long you want to put it out for. You can put it out for I don't know, a week or you tell me, and you tell me who won, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna run this thing for. We're gonna run this.
My time. I'm gonna give them some money too.
We're gonna run it for a month. We're gonna run this thing for a month. As a matter of fact, we're gonna start it. Today is the 25th, so October 1, whatever the first day of the week is, on that Monday, we're gonna start it then. We're gonna start it right then. So I'm looking for my Cash App. Charles really Cash App me $15,000. I love it. I love it. He did. he did. Look, he didn't say no. I ain't.
It might be a little short.
Look.
They say oatmeal beats no meal, right?
There you go. There you go. Look at it. Charles said it might be a little bit short.
Y'all left me out. Y'all left me out. I need 15,000.
Look. All that. I'll tell you what. When I get my 15,000, I'm gonna Cash App your part of it. How about that? I'm gonna pay it forward. We're gonna continue to. But only catch is you gotta pay somebody. You gotta Cash App somebody else. We all gotta pay it forward. You know what would be great if and I don't know how we could do this, but we start off cash. We Cash App to get a certain amount. Say we're gonna Cash App somebody $50, and then you Cash App $50 to somebody, and then you have that person. That person got to Cash Out $50 to somebody else, or 25 of that 50 to somebody else, and then and keep that thing rotating. I wonder how I wonder if that even legal.
I'm gonna bring somebody on next Friday that does the exact same thing, and they was trying to get me in, and I really didn't have time at the time, and they was going to gift me because it was like somebody to get in, and this is another business partner. But they do that; they just give people just so they could know that you're not wasting your money. So
exactly,
I'm gonna try to get him to come on top.
And let me tell you, we're going to get out of here, and that's good. That'll be good. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen tomorrow. But
wait, what do you have?
Huh?
Check your Facebook inbox. Hey, I'm on it.
I'm gonna tell you something. And I just want to say that as well. That Charles, he's absolutely a man of his word. I don't know if he wanted me to tell you how much it might shock y'all on that how much it is, but he just Cash Out me. I just heard it on my phone, and
$3.27. As long as you win, we all win.
No, but look here. But no. Trust me, it was a lot more than $3. It was a lot more than $3 that he sent to me. I'm not gonna put it out there like that. If he wants to tell you, he can. I'm not gonna say anything, but believe me when I tell you, it was a lot more than $3. A lot more than $3. I'll leave it right there. He's not saying anything, so I'm not gonna say anything. But like I said, if he wants to tell you, he can. But it was a lot. When I say a lot, I'm emphasizing it was a lot more than $3. Listen,
tell people to give what they can. That's all.
Exactly.
It was $15,000.
Well, it wasn't $15,000, but it wasn't 15,000. But my thing is, but my thing is, it's certainly appreciated. And so my thing is now, Tawanda, I have to Cash App you something. For what he sent me, I'm gonna Cash App you something. So as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna Cash App you. Okay.
All right.
Text me. You got my number. Text me your Cash App, and as soon as you text me your Cash App, I'm gonna forward you something. And we need to keep and we need to figure out a way we could keep this thing going. Got to figure out a way we could keep this thing going. But
we got to talk about it next Friday when we got some time. We can set up like some type of like fundraiser.
Yeah.
that we can start and just do it like that.
Absolutely.
And then that can also be a part of the business too. Just starting if people really know, if you start getting really big and people want to start events, well, listen, we'll have hundreds of businesses open in no time.
Exactly. Mary, you still with us? Mary, you still here? Mary, I see your line still there. Are you here, Mary? Say something. Hit that mute button, Mary. Hit that mute button. But anyway, you're not saying anything right now, but I have to send you something as well. Okay. She's on the line. I don't know why she's not talking right now. She's probably blown away. She's probably blown away. But listen, it is 10:09. It's time for us to get out of here for today. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and more than that, thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and associates to be a part of your morning. It is Friday, so you'll have a great weekend. Got a lot of great shows tomorrow. Got a lot of great shows tomorrow. So if you get an opportunity, stick your head in and see exactly what we got going on tomorrow. We got a lot of great broadcasting on Saturday. You know, I try to keep my Saturday open, but I couldn't do it. They won't let me do it. So we make sure you tune in tomorrow to dkmmediagroup.com and watch or listen to those particular broadcasts as well. It's 10:09, time for us to get out of here. You're about to exit the Morning Glow, but before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better morning. We shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take this light out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. Do me a favor, if you get an opportunity, go out there and show somebody some love, because you just might find some love in return. Wouldn't that be a beautiful day? Have a great day, y'all. Love each other. Love you.